We are bringing role-playing back to DDO. This is Cal Travis, and sometimes I play Brock, but today I'm playing Drek, and I'm going to be DMing today's session. So we try to do role-playing as much as we can. We have one person delegated as the DM, and we try to create and stay in character as much as possible. Philandor, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I am Philandor. I am playing the character JL, who is a Deers follower. Deers is a demigod that's relatively recent, kind of tricked his way into demigodhood and believes in basically a significant form of evolution where only the strong should survive. But rather than just letting evolution take care of it, Deers believes in kind of pushing that along. So the problem is people misunderstand Deers and believes that he's just evil, and the followers just use his name for crap and killing and plundering, and where JL is a strong believer in the beliefs of Deers and is now going out and purging the world of these cultists that claim to be Deers followers.
Excellent. Darvith, would you like to introduce yourself?
Darvith. I'm playing Audist Vasilats. He is a ex-gang leader that has had some turmoil because of his exploits and who his father was. His mother and sister were both killed. He was one that, at the beginning of the adventure, kind of gave back to those less fortunate. Growing up in a poor area of Stormreach, he knew how to take care of those less fortunate around him. Now, with him traveling around with this bunch of hooligans, he's more of a kind of screw everybody else mentality, starting to turn into more of all out for himself. People could fend for themselves, let them figure it out type attitude.
Excellent. Talitha, would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm playing as Talitha, and she's a druid winterwolf who values the lives of animals above all other species. And she's pretty passionate about their rights exclusively. She doesn't really concern herself with much else because only her cause matters.
Excellent. And CMCU, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. So my character is CMCU. I'm a dragonborn. And I come from the land of Argonesson. And I was in a noble position as the headmaster of a Dragonborn Warlock Society there. My brother, Erkat, had rose to power, and within the society, he became very popular. I became jealous of him, and word had got around about my personal feelings toward my brother. And one night I was approached by a man who came out of the shadows I had never seen before. And he had a distinct accent that made me think of some other people from Stormreach Marketplace. I think that's where I ended up being at, where I came to. But anyway, so he said he would, if I offered to bring him the blood of a newborn dragonborn, that he would remove the rival from my path, my brother. And that's kind of like how I ended up in Stormreach, is because my brother ended up dead, and I came to Stormreach to try to find this guy who had killed my brother.
Excellent. And Cirrus, are you on?
He was.
Was he?
I am. You not hear me?
Yeah, there he is.
Nice.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I gotta say first though, I really like Talitha saying it's all about her. I feel like that was a very fitting assessment of that character. I am Cirrus playing Kirik, who's a bit of a rogue and a bit of a vagabond. He's a grifter, a shyster, a con man. Got in a bit of trouble with some people and thought, hey, maybe hiding on an island. Who's going to look for me on an island? And turns out the island was a little bit more than he thought it was when he came here. So he's been making the most of it. The way I best describe his island experience is if you've seen the movie A-Team when Faceman went to jail. That was pretty much Carrick's assessment of jail.
Excellent. And for those of you who maybe have watched us before, for this life we are playing evil, or at least not good characters. So we are kind of changing things up a little bit. We don't normally play a group of scoundrels, or at least we don't admit that we're scoundrels. Something a little bit different. Last, when we left off, if I'm remembering correctly, we were on an island, and we just gracefully landed a boat.
If this party's anything, it's graceful.
Define-
That's exactly how I would describe this party.
I
Is
thought you
graceful.
said that it was a week after.
Yeah,
Plain graceful.
So that's what I'm gonna get to. Is that basically a week has passed since the last time that we had role played, and you've had some time to spend some time on the island, get yourself a little bit more comfortable with things, to chill out, explore, talk to people, etc. The one thing that you notice is that a lot of everyone on the island, the locals, the few. Did you guys capture any cultists? Did you leave any alive?
When last yes, there was a few on the beach that were left alive. The boat, I think people got their heads kicked off, thrown off, things like that. Yeah, mauled. There were some maulings. I think a wolf died, but there was plenty of other maulings.
Well, it's anywhere tell to go as animals die.
There was people on the beach that we left as we were chasing to get on the boat. So the people on the beach, there's a few people caught in Evart's tentacles or web or something like that were still there.
Okay, yeah. So the prisoners that you had taken and the locals, for that matter, everyone seems awfully nervous, really nervous and kind of a little bit jittery. And people keep on asking you, like, when are you going to start doing the sacrifices again? And they're awfully anxious to know when you guys are going to start doing the sacrifices. And both the cultists and the locals. And that is where we're at. So it's a nice, slightly foggy day, morning at the island.
How has the locals taken to us kind of taken over?
They just want to know why the F you haven't started doing the sacrifices. Like, what's wrong with you?
So sorry, I had
You're in charge.
I had family come in. Can you say that last part again? It's been a week. What happened?
Yeah, so it's been a week since the last time we role played. Everyone that you meet, you guys have a chance to kind of settle in. Everyone, both the locals, local native population, maybe people who had visited the island and got imprisoned, as well as the remaining cultists. Everyone seems to be awfully nervous and edgy and really eager to know when you guys are going to restart the sacrifices.
Got it.
And they're very eager to know, like, all right, you guys took over, so when that for you guys going to start the sacrifices?
Got it. And it's been a week, so we've been doing what for that week?
Repairing boat, counting gold, checking out the local cultist library, torturing prisoners, whatever you feel would have been appropriate during that time frame.
Well, why don't we, if you're up for it, why don't we maybe each take a minute and think about what our characters would have done for that week and just kind of go around the horn to get it started.
That is a fantastic plan.
So
I can go first.
Okay.
look at this guy.
Yeah. So basically, I'm inside those temples. I'm going through them and finding out if these temples are legit temples or whether they're just completely fake from top to bottom. Basically
Yeah.
what you had sent me, Cal, is basically what I'm doing during that week is finding those things and figuring out what's up.
Okay. Are you sharing that with the group or? That's
Not
just
yet.
something
I'll
you're-
role play that in.
Okay.
I figured
Cirrus?
I'd just go first to say
Oh,
that
sure.
so people could figure out what they want to do.
Yep.
So Kirik, rather, he kind of knows the island, right? So on the island, there's a couple of villages. There's a jungle, a mountain, if I remember the mountain, and he kind of knows some of the people. So whether people notice or not, uh, he's been talking a lot to the locals. Is what the party would probably notice what he would do.
Okay.
And like he would talk, and the locals would do some stuff, and he would talk some more. Otherwise, he's kind of living a comfortable life. Like he found himself a little, he moved out of his prison cell into one of the cultist chambers. One of the nicer chambers for him. Has a nice view over the body of water. And it's definitely. If you saw, I don't know if anyone likes the movie. It's not very popular. Thor Ragnarok. But
The greatest work of art that our civilization has produced. Yeah.
If you remember Hulk's kind of room in that when he was on the war planet, that's kind of what Kirik's. He's kind of built up a nice room for himself for the last week, and he has different cultists. He's eating pretty well. He's living pretty comfortably there.
All right. Talitha, what have you been doing?
I've been
Please don't say
getting to
slaughtering
know.
animals. Please don't say slaughtering animals. Please don't say. Oh, sorry. Was that out loud? Sorry. That's in my head.
Not
Sorry.
been slaughtering animals, but I've been befriending them. And
Is that what we're calling it?
Yes.
Defriending them?
I've been befriending the animals and trying to find out where food is and kind of trying to find out what is going on the island. And I have a little backstory about that, which I'll role play as
All right.
well.
Excellent. Darvith?
Audis would be kind of going off the same route as Kirik. But I don't know the locals, so I would be trying to get to know them a little bit. And really just making sure that whatever it was that they were producing there, whatever production that they were doing, that they were still doing it. So whether that's me working with Kirik to get them to do it, or really just trying to figure out what it is that they are actually, besides just random sacrifices, like really what's going on in this island.
Yeah, so the local economy is basically there's a couple elements of the local economy. There's essentially subsistence farming, where they're literally just making enough food and basic goods to survive by. There was a tourist economy happening on the island apparently years ago, but that kind of got shut down by the cultists who took over for their cultist thing. And apparently there is rumor, though no one's actually seen, but there's word that there is like a trading post on the other side of the island that's run by minotaurs, but they really mind their own business, and quite frankly, none of the islanders would like to meet a minotaur, so the islanders stay the F away from there. And for all they know, it may not exist. It may just be rumor. But the economy, for all intents and purposes, is just like keep a roof over the house, get enough food to eat, maybe just some basic trade, selling some surplus food, seashells, stuff like that.
Do we know from talking to the locals if this is I mean, there has to be a reason that all these people are coming here, and that all these people are able to sustain on this island. So I would try to find out if this is like just a hot spot to stop because of where it's located between two major ports, or like what is it that draw? Like you said, there used to be a tourist attraction here, but obviously there isn't anymore.
Yeah, so just from talking to like some of the prisoners who stumbled upon this island, this used to be like a hot tourist attraction, like a little nature paradise, unspoiled by anything. People had heard that there's some temple or something out in the mountain, but that they mind their own business, and the locals are friendly enough, and they have some type of weird ritual contest or game every year that they compete in. That sometimes will get like an audience. People come to watch. So it's basically a tourist thing, and the island itself is fertile enough, surprisingly, that it grows plenty of food. Not sure where the animals came from. They must have been imported at some point, but there's a decent animal population. And I guess on the jungle side or the other half of the island, because the half that you're on now is basically like kind of just beach, essentially sand, dirt, rock. The other half is essentially jungle. And there seems to be plenty of food that grows there to support a decent population, where even if the locals weren't farming, they could, they wouldn't have a great life, but they could probably get by just by gathering, hunting and gathering, so to speak.
CBC, what have you been up to the last week?
So I probably would have been out looking for this person that I'm supposed to meet, the Tower of Frost. I was supposed to bring the blood of this newborn there, so I would just been wandering around in the marketplace trying to find this guy.
Hey, CBC, have you met my friend Talitha? You guys might get along if you're looking for bloods of newborns. Got it.
Drek?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. No.
Nope. What's Drek done?
Drek, Drek's been scoping out the territory. He's been drawing maps, and as far as anyone could tell, it looks like he's writing a business plan and trying to see how he could commercialize this thing and get some money flowing again and turn this thing into a little cash cow. So he's just kind of spitballing all kinds of ideas. Do we want to turn this into like a tourist attraction again? Do we want to sell condos, pilgrimage site? Just whatever. He's just thinking, any idea that comes to mind.
So would
turn this into a moneymaker?
Carrick have noticed, like, were you guys, just going about it like normal? Were you being secretive, Drek in jail, what you guys were doing?
Oh, Drek was way open, like no secrets at all. He's like asking for input. In fact, he's like.
Okay. And what about you, Jail?
As far as what I was doing?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I said like I've been going.
Yeah, I didn't ask what you were doing. I said, were you secretive, or would he have noticed like what you were doing?
Oh, I was pretty obvious because I'm asking questions everywhere.
Okay, so to Drek, Carrick is like, hey Drek, my friend, there's in the mountain, up in the mountain there's an old man. He if you're thinking about attractions, he's like some great healer or something like that. I mean, you might he might be someone that could make some money, if you're setting up different attractions, or he could be your nurse if something goes wrong on the island.
What's an old man doing on a mountain?
Isn't that where all old men lives? I mean, not me. I'm not going to be an old man living in a mountain, but...
I mean, I imagine every mountain has to have at least one old man. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's the way I figure it. Yeah. And to Jail, one of the days when I see you kind of coming or going to the library, these cultists, there is a book in there that they really seem to like. I had a buddy, Ellis. You might still find him on the island, or maybe we killed him. I don't know. You guys killed a lot of people. He might have been the one with the head that rolled off. It's hard to keep track of who's who. But he kind of kept track of the library, so he's a good person to talk to if you need, find your way around. But there's a book they would always bring out when they would do the sacrifices, because they're all about the sacrifices. They'd bring this book out and they'd bring it back, but I mean, as far as I could tell, and what my buddy Ellis told me, it was full of scribbles. But I don't know. If you're looking for stuff, it might be worthwhile for you.
Yeah, you don't happen to remember the name of the book?
Yeah, I tell him. I mean, as far as what I could tell you of it, I tell you. Like, I'm not. I tell you what I know of it. Let's put it that way.
You're being as helpful as you can.
Yeah.
So the name of the book, it's a log of meteorological observations.
I just know that's the book. It's crazy, and I'm telling you, what's in there is a bit gibberish, but that's the book that went in and out with him every time. And let me tell you, it went in a lot because there was a lot of sacrifices. Not as they didn't kill as many animals as your friend Talitha did there, or Adriel did, but they killed a lot. That book was going. It was moving.
Well, I appreciate that. And Ellis, you don't happen to know where I could find Ellis, do you?
Usually he was always in the library. That was kind of his thing. But again, he may have been one of those heads rolling around. I don't really remember.
Sure. Well, I appreciate it.
And I described Ellis to you, so
yeah,
you could find him if you wanted to. So that's the two things I said kind of over the week to those two guys. But when I talked to Drek, I'm like, I'm breaking it down for him how this old man could be a good part of the plan.
Yeah.
So are we all together? Where are we all at now? Are we just separate
We
on
can
our
hang
own?
out. Like coffee break, coffee in the morning, or morning coffee talk.
Is there a local watering hole on the island?
Literally a hole with water, yes. And that's about as sophisticated as they're getting. Like if anyone has alcohol, they're fermenting their own alcohol in their hut. But you do have locals who get together around like a rock structure at the center of town, and they drink, and that's kind of the de facto marketplace, and they hang out and talk about how horrible life is, and ask each other when the sacrifices are going to begin.
Anytime I hear someone talk about sacrifices, I'm like, go talk to Adriel. She'll hook you up. Like I just say that to like anybody on the island that brings it up.
Adriel, you have a surprisingly large number of people asking you specifically about the sacrifices.
They won't be animals, so.
Yeah,
but like
when you say that, they're just like, "Oh, that's okay." Like, you can take one of us, but like, when are the sacrifices going to start?
So just
I don't.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't care when they start, as long as they're not animals.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
I guess that's not up to me.
So who's in charge here? Who's doing the sacrifices?
So I've been meaning to talk to you about this. Why are you guys so adamant? It's not even just one of you. It seems like everywhere we go, someone's asking about a sacrifice. Why is that so important?
Because we all know. Here, we'll let Karat explain it to you. He knows. And they call over a guy, Karat, and Karat says, "The sacrifices must continue, otherwise the great darkness comes and we all die. And one of us dying is better than all of us dying. And life sucks, so it doesn't matter anyways." Yeah, that's it. So we got to do the sacrifices.
And how do you know that if you don't do a sacrifice, the darkness comes and everybody dies? Because if everybody died, then nobody would know that the darkness came.
Yeah, we started doing sacrifices and the great darkness has not come. And we're not messing with that system.
That's like saying if I pat my stomach, the sun will come up tomorrow. But if I stop patting it, the sun won't come up. That's about as rational.
Really? He's like looking at you seriously. What?
What?
Oh my gosh, you're important.
Yeah, the
There was a
sacrifices.
time-
The
There was a
sacrifices.
time before the sacrifices when the great darkness would come, and then a bunch of us would die, and then they started doing sacrifices, and the great darkness stopped coming.
And what's creating the great darkness?
Now, it comes from the mountaintop.
Pineapple, have we been to the mountaintop?
Not that I know of.
All right, so whatever they're saying, there could be a threat up there. In theory, since we've not been up there,
Sure.
allegedly.
We're all together, right? So I hear this.
Yeah.
Mountaintop? Oh, that's the old healer. Healer's up there. It's right next to where the dragon comes and goes. Dragon's kind of to the back of the mountain. Old man on the mountain. No, old man's a good guy.
What color dragon?
I know about the old man.
I don't know, DM. What color dragon did I see?
Green.
Green.
Oh.
I wonder if that could look like a dark dragon. Maybe that's...
Oh, shit. I wish I had a rewind button because I would have said blue just for fun.
Why?
Just because you said green, so why not?
Right, just to screw up the quest.
Oh, I thought so you said green dragon when you once mentioned it, so.
No, I said blue back in the day.
Oh, you did? Okay. Blue, green, depends on the reflection off the water.
There you go.
There you go.
The old man's not at the top of the mountain. He's on the mountain. But the dragon, I don't know nothing about a dragon.
Well, maybe that's the black darkness. And I really doubt...
Oh,
that
that's a dragon. We're talking about the great darkness that just kills everything. And he kind of looks around and he says, do you notice anything strange about a tropical island having a foggy morning?
A tropical island having a foggy morning. I don't know what that is.
It's there's no fog. It's the tropics. This is hot.
Wait, it's foggy around us right now?
Yeah, it's slightly foggy, which is unusual for.
Yeah, the guys, this isn't normal. Maybe, hey, Adriel, maybe you should sacrifice something for them so it keeps the darkness away.
Stop it.
No, there's going to be no more sacrifices. This is ridiculous. It's
You're going to say that so loud in front of them?
Yes.
Oh, the god of that temple needs the sacrifices. He gets hungry, and if we don't feed him, he's gonna just kill a whole bunch of us. That's what they told us.
Listen,
Good. I hope he
mate,
does
don't
come.
upset the locals. Like, you got a good thing going here. Like, why sacrifice something? Adriel kills animals all the time. She kills people all the time. Let her go at it.
No.
Natives are happy. Your economy keeps going. Why mess with a good system?
No. Because it's a pointless system. Not just going to kill...
We live good life. That's not pointless.
Once again, the good life has nothing to do with people being sacrificed. It's a needless thing.
It motivates them, which gets us stuff.
Yeah,
That's a point.
Drek is like, who are we to judge their culture, which is so fine and developed over all these centuries?
This is the guy that knows what's going on.
Good. Well, we are not sacrificing anything, so that's...
I'm not saying we, I'm saying she. I saw what she did to those animals in the cage.
They were helpless, and they couldn't help themselves. So they were gonna die anyway.
The cultists are all like,
I helped them. I helped them meet their end quicker.
The cultists are all like, not even in agreement. Okay, tell us more.
So I lean over to Jail. I'm like, see, she's exactly describing a sacrifice. Let her do what she wants to do. Helping people meet their end quicker. That's the definition of a sacrifice.
Well, from what I can tell from these temples, these sacrifices were done in the name of deers, and that is not what he calls for. So whatever this darkness is has nothing to do with deers, which means I am not interested.
Yeah, but look, whatever this darkness is, if killing like one person makes it go away,
Or
right?
or we just let it come down and then we kick its ass. How about that? And then we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, but we don't know what it is. Do we know someone who knows what this is?
Well, we can by all means ask some questions. This local apparently does not. Kirik, are you familiar with this black darkness? You've seen it? Stories?
No, I haven't seen a black darkness. I mean, just the normal stuff that happens at the end of the day, mate, but nothing more than that.
Sounds like folklore until proven otherwise.
Sounds very rational for a man who believes in a god.
Demigod, and why would you say it that way?
Well, you're looking for proof in the divine?
I have the proof through me. I don't need any more proof in the power and the ability as of my god. But,
How do you know they come from your god?
Because the more that I follow his doctrine, the more that I get power.
Well, maybe they feel like the more they sacrifice, they get power or safety or whatever it is they believe in. I'm not saying either you are right or wrong. I'm just saying, like my man Drek here said, it's what they believe in. They believe they derive their power from that.
Great. I'm not sacrificing.
Well, I'm not saying this. I'm just saying, like, maybe they don't know why the sacrifice makes this terrible, terrible thing go away, but it does. Like, I don't know why drinking makes me feel better, and I could say
I know why.
it could be because the divine spirit, or it could be because of an evil spirit, or it could be because of any number of things. But I know that when I have a rough day, that bottle makes everything better. So I'm just saying they've got a system here that works.
Well,
Who are we to come in and stop it?
Great. I'm not being a part of it. I'm not sacrificing anything.
So maybe we need to find like someone who knows what the heck is going on besides this guy who sounds like he memorized 7 lines out of, I don't know, a scrap of paper.
Or, yeah, let's find someone that actually can have evidence, seen this black darkness, knows something about this other than the fear that it's going to happen. So I look for elderly.
Seems to you, who do you think we should talk to? We could try to find a cultist prisoner. We could try to hunt down this man halfway up the mountain.
I'm
could try to find it.
mountains. I'm gonna be up the mountain. Isn't that up to where we thought we seen the dragon?
Dragon was just kind of to the left of the mountain. Like you kind of got to go through the jungle, a little bit over the mountain, and the dragon's kind of, if the mountain's north, dragon was like just northwest of it. Or maybe just west of it.
We know we saw a dragon, right? I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know if one ever thinks they saw a dragon. Like, either you saw a dragon or we didn't see a dragon. We know for sure it was a dragon, right?
You guys did not. You've heard rumors. Some people say that they have seen a dragon.
Okay.
Kirik may or may not be different.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I would say send you a secret text message.
Ooh.
Oh, I see who the favorite one is. DM.
No, you send it to me.
I didn't send it to any of you guys. Dear Chris Helmsworth, you are awesome.
Thanks for being my dragon. Ugh. So while he's writing that out, Pineapple, I made a reference before we started, before everyone got on, about how I felt like tonight's episode was going. It felt like the Simpsons episode for the movie awards, where like Mark's story ended, Sirius' story ended, and it was all, sensitive and unfortunately titled, and then we're going to come into tonight. It's going to be a football on the groin, and Brock has never seen that episode.
You've never seen football in the groin? Oh,
No, or if I have, I've forgotten it.
it's pretty great.
So he is going to watch that.
If anything good has happened tonight, it's that you're going to go watch football in the groin.
There we go. Well, Drek is like, yeah, I guess we could find this old man in the mountain. I mean, is he like a hermit that comes out and scares the tourists as they climb the mountain pass, or what does this guy do exactly, or does he do a dance, or
More like slightly crazy and then heals people. Like, someone that, you listen to his stories, and if you listen to his stories, then he'll heal you. But you kind of got to listen to his stories for a bit.
Gosh.
that can be useful, unless he's insane.
He's entertaining. And the healing doesn't hurt.
Well, the entire town is up in arms with this sacrifice, and they're not working as efficiently as they could be. So we got to get to the bottom of this. So I'm either up for finding Ellis to see if I can get some answers, or up to the mountain, whatever. But we need to do something.
With us being walking around and stuff, have we noticed any of the villagers or locals going up towards the mountain at all? Coming from the mountain, going up to the mountain?
Not really. They maybe at the very foot of the mountain they'll hang out
Okay.
there, and but there's no one like climbing the mountain. Yeah.
At the base of the mountain, is there any tracks or trail that perhaps could lead potentially up it?
Yeah, there's it's so I mean it's a mountain, but it's not like a steep like you're gonna die climbing this type of mountain. It's and it looks like there's a pretty well worn path that's going up.
So does it? And so there's a weathered, beaten up path then. So obviously there is something or someone that is
Going up and down that trail.
okay.
But these people that are at the base of the mountain down there, can we talk to any more of them to find out if we can get any information, if they know any information about this guy that's up in the mountain?
Yeah, what do you want to ask them?
I heard rumors that there's a guy that's up in the mountain. Do you know anything about him?
Oh yeah, the old man halfway up the mountain. Yeah.
What's his name?
No, we just call him Old Man.
Old Man?
Yeah. And he's a weirdo, apparently, and he'd just come down every once in a while and try to heal people and patch, fix people up. And sometimes, like, if an animal's hurt, he'll try resetting a broken bone or something. And, he does the best he can. But he's old. He's probably starting to lose it, so nice enough guy, but cultists seem to have left him alone forever because he doesn't do anything. He doesn't bother them or what they're doing. He just comes down every once in a while at night and tries to heal up people who are sick.
Has anybody ever went up there and never come back?
No, I don't remember anyone ever trying to go up a mountain. I mean, who the heck wants to climb a mountain?
I just remember him coming down.
Yeah. Well, he'll climb back up, but
Right.
know.
So if an old man can do that, unless he's a wizard of some kind, there's got to be some kind of pass that goes up. And if he's old, then maybe he knows firsthand about this so-called black darkness.
Yeah, he usually comes around. There's a couple trails there, and usually it's one of those.
Is there a
Can't
certain
imagine
time of the moon period that he comes down? Maybe we're expecting him any day now, and then that'll save us a trip.
He doesn't like new moons. It's dark, so he needs light because he's old. And so full moon is good, but it doesn't have to be full moon. Just as long as it's kind of a lighter evening. That's usually when he comes down.
All right, DM.
Okay.
What's our moon phase in?
Yeah, we can go full moon. That's fine.
Are we gonna get the Dragonland style now?
Phases of the
Which moon is up right now?
Red moon or whatever. Or what is it? Red wizard, white wizard.
Yep.
Black wizards. Yeah, we'll call it a if not a full moon, it's getting close to or just past a full moon, so it's bright enough.
Right. So we could wait a couple days and see if he comes down rather than us trying to climb a mountain.
Suppose you can. He might be interested in meeting the new overlords of this island.
That would make good sense on his part.
I mean, in the past week he hasn't come down at all, right? At least that we're aware of.
He was down here yesterday. Past 3 days, in fact.
Oh,
We just missed him.
crap.
How many days in a row does he usually come down?
No, as long as it's light enough for him to come down. Cloudy day, he won't come down. Clear night, if it moons out, he'll come down.
So the fogginess is going to affect that.
Maybe. I'm not a meteorologist.
Isn't there a meteorological observations book somewhere?
Well,
So,
Conveniently placed book.
I thought that's what was mentioned in the beginning.
It was.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. There is a meteorological book.
Okay, so why haven't we looked at it yet?
we don't have it.
Is there Oh, we don't have it yet.
It's at the library. Or we
Did you
assume
say
it's
that
at the
guy
library.
Ellis knows where it is?
Allegedly.
Right. So that's why I said that maybe we look for Ellis or the old man at the top of the mountain.
See, Drek is just like, guys, this path does not look that tough. Let's just start climbing and see how far we can make it. If it's getting late and looks like don't find this dude, we climb down and hope he comes down and try again tomorrow if he doesn't.
Well, mountains can take days to weeks to climb. Are you sure that we can get to his level within this time period?
No clue. I've never climbed this mountain before. I've never climbed a mountain before.
Right. And maybe I missed it, but why does the old man come down in the first place?
Not because he's old and he just comes down and heals people. And
Right. So I heard
No.
that. So he doesn't come down for provisions. He doesn't visit a certain store vendor.
no. If anything, if sometimes he has extra food and he'll drop it off for people who aren't doing so well.
So he sounds like Santa.
Great. Now you gave away the whole story. You just ruined it.
I mean,
He used to have a bunch of reindeer, but those were the animals in the cages. So
that died.
Pages, and then there's an accident.
Which is why he's got to walk
That's
all
why
the
he-
way down.
that's why he has to walk. That's right.
Well, I think climbing a mountain for no reason if he's going to come down makes no sense. So I say we wait a couple days while it's still light, see if he comes, put word out that we're looking for him, and let's try to find Ellis.
What time of day is it right now?
I thought we said it was morning.
It's the morning, yeah.
Well, I mean, we could also split up. You know, a couple people can go to the library looking for Alice, and then a few can try to like hang out by the path, the trail. Those in the library, once you're done and you find Alice, come to the path, and once this old man comes down, then we're all there to talk to him. I don't want to make it too obvious that we're looking for this old guy, because if he's got eyes down here, we're not looking to hurt him, but he doesn't know our intentions. He may not come down if he's planning to.
At this point, you guys notice that Carrick is very comfortably taking a nap. His feet are up. He's kind of found a little nook.
You're boring people. Stop boring everyone. Well, I still like the idea of looking for Alice. So, but I might just go to the library because someone's working in the library. Maybe they can just direct me where this particular book is, since we are the overlords.
Okay.
So I'm
I
heading
want to
towards
look
the
for that
library.
book too.
All right. When you get to the library and you find Ellis, just keeping the library clean.
Perfect. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where a book by the name of Log of Meteorological Observations would be, do you?
Oh yeah, the sacrifice book. Yeah. Here, let me show you.
Sacrifice book.
Look at this. He goes right over and he goes, you know what they were doing with this book? Every time they're doing a sacrifice, they would pull this book out. Now you take a look inside and see what's going on in there. And he hands it to you.
Why do you want me to open it up so quickly?
I don't care how old it up. He just like opened it. It's clear this guy's educated. He's not a local. So he must have been like imprisoned at some point. And he goes, the first 100 or so pages here are all detailed meteorological observations. And then the next 100 pages are people who are barely literate are scribbling stuff about sacrifice complete, sacrifice has to be done. And then after that, about 40 pages just of a check mark. And then nothing. Like, the people who are making these check marks, I don't think they could even read. Because why are you keeping a log of sacrifices in a meteorological observation book? When there is a sacrifice observation book right over there.
So you seem pretty educated on this. My name's JL. Who are you?
JL, I'm Ellis.
Oh, perfect. That's the person I'm looking for. All right. So, what's the purpose of these sacrifices in the first place? Does it say it in that book?
Oh yeah, keep the great darkness away. By the way, when are you guys starting the sacrifices?
Oh my goodness.
Shit's getting foggy.
All right. Can I see that book?
Yeah, here.
So I'm looking to see if the writing, and you can make me roll or whatever, but if the writing is similar to the writing that was in the things that I had read.
Yes. What's that?
I was trying to think when he said reading writings. Didn't we have writings in the church in the cold or whatever, that one place we were at, where we were reading the walls? Was that in there, or was that some other place?
Sure. But
I forget.
me too.
So while you guys are having this conversation, Carrick kind of strolls in. You see he kind of walks over, picks up one of the books, and puts his feet up and just starts reading, and he's kind of laughing while he's reading.
Okay.
So what's this black darkness about, Alice?
The, it's the great darkness consumes the land, and then a bunch of people die, and yeah,
And you
I
saw
think.
this.
Well, no, but I've talked to some people, and they said that the cultists used to fight the darkness back, but then at some point they realized that they can just give a sacrifice, and they don't have to take these big losses. Apparently, they're taking big losses fighting the darkness back.
No, see,
But
that goes against what I read. I read some other doctrines from my predecessors that it's these heretics that somehow there was a correlation made that was an incorrect correlation and they wouldn't stop. And now it's become this huge thing. But the sacrifices are doing nothing for the black darkness. And there's only really one way to prove that, and that is to not sacrifice.
well, you guys stopped sacrificing, and this is the first time since I've been on this island that I've seen it getting foggy. So I don't know. I'm not a meteorologist, but yeah, I'd rather we just do the sacrifice. I'm sure one of these idiots are willing to take the knife. They always volunteer. I mean, their lives suck. You're doing them a mercy, really.
So when there were sacrifices, there was no cloudiness, but since there hasn't been any sacrifices, this cloudiness is starting to move in.
Starting to get foggy. Starting to get a little foggy, yeah.
How long have you been on the island?
Well, as far as I could reckon, it's been about a year and a half now. I think they kept me alive because I sweep the library very well.
And in a year and a half, it's never been foggy before up until today.
I've never seen it.
Because there's been a constant flow of sacrifices.
I just don't believe it.
Causing the fogginess.
Well, I'll tell you who might know.
That's not getting sacrifices.
Go find the old man. He's been here forever. They say he's been here since the island was created.
Yeah, we were told about him. Where is his hut?
I don't know. I think he just has a shack up there somewhere on the mountain, and apparently the rumor is that he was a priest or a cleric or something before the cultists took over, and he just minds his own business and heals people and doesn't bother their shit, so they don't bother him, and it's just kind of a little truce that they've had. But he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, we were going to consider going up there, but
this could be a true follower of Deer's.
No. Well, as long as he's not sacrificing anything, because true followers do not sacrifice. It just
maybe that's why he
sense.
moved away. He didn't like the sacrifices.
True. Ellis, you don't happen to know the name of the old man, do you?
No, they just call him Old Man.
I wonder if this is like an Obi-Wan.
Who's Obi-Wan?
Exactly.
I think he lives with that guy Santa you were talking about before.
Derek, what's so funny?
Oh, this book, man. This is just it was probably my favorite here. It's basically like the Islands version of like the funnies in the newspaper.
Okay.
It's just a funny book they had in the library.
Okay. Well, yeah. So.
All right. Well, I go through the book a little bit more in detail.
Yeah.
Is there a correlation? Is there anything about the fog? Correlation with anything?
All you know is that early on there was no mention at all about fogs when they were keeping the detailed records, and later there's more and more frequency of fogginess. until finally it just seemed like there was fogginess, every other week. And then there were a couple entries mentioning a great darkness.
Oh, there was. What's the details of that?
Maybe the 3 or 4 pages before it switched from very detailed records to, a brain damaged monkey scribbling with a crayon.
Does it say any details about the Great Darkness? What it is? What it killed?
Nope.
Damn.
No, but when you were reading the Chronicle, there were some references about the darkness, and it seems that every time there was the Great Darkness, that there were fatalities.
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, the High Priest was pretty upset about the randomness of it. Just isn't fair.
Right. Yes, because good men and women were killed.
Yeah, well, losers were left alive.
That's why I can assure you this is not a thing that Deers is. So this Great Darkness may be another evil. That may be true. But sacrificing good people makes no sense to me. So I guess we hit the mountain. See what the old man knows.
Everyone going to the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
All right. It's not too hard. We'll do a time lapse here, and it's about a half day's climb, using a pretty well-worn trail, and you find a small little encampment in front of the face of a cave. So you see stuff like maybe a staff, a pack, a campfire, a place that's not currently lit. Like a cloth to cover the cave door. If you were an old man and you chose to live on a mountain, this is probably where you would live.
So
I inspect the fire to see if I can tell how long it's been since it's been used.
So the ashes are warm, but not hot. So it could definitely have been burnt going last night, like late last night, maybe early morning.
Otis, can you check to see if there's any traps around?
Yeah, I do a search for traps.
All right, go ahead and roll. What's your modifier?
Tell me my business done in a moment.
Okay, so you find no real traps except for like the most primitive, like what a grade schooler would think is a trap, like tin cans tied up to a string in front of the cave entrance. So think of what a grade schooler would imagine is a trap. Just the most, it not even a trap, maybe a primitive alarm system.
Okay. I would show it to everyone first, and then I would try to disable it.
It's easy. It's just like snip.
I could still roll a 1.
Go ahead and roll.
Oh my god. I'm hoping you do it.
It's a game of chance.
If you trigger an avalanche.
Yeah, who knows, right?
Village below. You're able to take it down, no problem.
All right, and that's like you said. You said that's going into the cave.
Yeah. So, but the cave is there's like a cloth covering the entrance of the cave. It looks fairly thick, so probably to keep the wind and or cold out, or bugs, something.
I try to peer. peer around it with moving it as little as possible, just to see if I could see any kind of fire light source coming from inside the cave.
All right. Roll. Let's call it a move silently check.
Oh, sorry.
Right. Yeah, you're able to peer in and you see it's it's just a cave with some basic like cooking utensils, and there's just an old man laying on the floor snoring.
So I look at everyone, and I don't say anything out loud, but I use my hands to motion. I point like down to the ground. I mouth, "He's in here sleeping," and then I even put my hands like to the side of my head and turn my head to the side with my eyes closed, showing as if I'm sleeping.
Let's wake his ass up.
Right. I knock on a table, wall. Wait, did we just
Here's
walk in? Or... Yeah, we walked in. So
Yeah, he's just like, what? You get out of here. We had a deal. You're not supposed to come up here. Get. And he like picks up like a turnip or something and tries throwing it at you, but he's old and weak, so it doesn't really go far. And he's like, we had an agreement.
I hold my hands up in like surrender, meaning no harm. Friend, we're not here to harm you. We don't know what deal you're referring to. My name is JL.
JL? Oh.
We're just here to get some answers. There's a big hubbub about sacrifices down in the town and how we're not doing them and how a black darkness is going to come down, and I'm pretty much fed up with the whole thing and I just want to put it to bed.
Like the letter J and the letter L? JL?
No.
Huh? Well, you just said JL.
That's right.
LL.
From Deers?
I am a Deers follower, yes. True Deers follower, not none of these cultist like pieces of crap.
That piece of shit was right, man. He said he had a prophecy. I thought he was lying. Huh.
Aren't all religious followers cultists?
Oh.
And I look at Carrick when I say that.
Depends on your budget.
Man has a point.
Huh.
So let's start with your name.
Yeah, my name. Locust. No, that's what I ate yesterday. John, that's my name. Boy, it's been a long time since someone asked me my name. Yeah.
John, huh? All right, John. So what can you tell us about this black darkness?
Bad, man. Are you guys doing the sacrifices?
No.
She is.
Okay. Well, if you got two options. You either got to do the sacrifices, or you got to be ready to go in and fight the source. And you guys don't look tough enough. I'm sorry. The people who built that temple, they were tough, and they can fight, and they did. But you guys,
we killed
nice robes.
We killed those guys.
No, you didn't. No, those guys left long time ago. You killed like Generation 3. Like, did you ever watch a movie that was awesome, and by the time the third sequel came, it sucked so bad you wish you never watched it? That's what you killed.
All right, so what is inside the black darkness? What would we be fighting off?
The master of it's something else. It's like at the top of that mountain, there's an entrance, I don't know, to underground layer or another dimension, but there's something bad, evil with a capital E, not evil like I'm trying to accomplish my own selfish goals, like evil like wipe out all life. And you better be tough if you wanna be able to push that thing back. But those original Deer's followers, they were tough, and they had this thing about civilization, and they were going in and fighting, but no, this
And
guy's
it's
reading
not the
comic
green
book.
dragon.
No, the green dragon just visits here during the winter when it's cold. It's warm here, it's cold elsewhere. Now, the only other people who entered that darkness and live to tell about it is the guy who runs that Minotaur trading post. They're tough too, and they're still here.
Pineapple, do we know who he's talking about?
The Minotaur camp on the other side of the island.
We haven't been there yet, have
yeah,
we?
Yeah, you have not been there. You have heard rumors, like people, no one wants to check it out because none of the locals want to meet a Minotaur. But you have heard rumors that there's like a Minotaur trading post on the far side of the island. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, I just mind my own business. I was here before the cultists came. I just healed people. And when the cultists came, a bunch of my brothers left, but I figured I'd keep on doing my duty. And that's what I've been doing, living in the mountain and just trying to heal people when I can.
And let me say, John, you've been doing a goddamn good job at it.
Well, thank you.
You know, we all appreciated you coming down. Those villagers, the way they talked about you, I mean, if they already weren't worshiping the other guys, they'd be worshiping you. I can tell you that much.
I don't want to be worshipped. I just, I'm a humble servant of the, the sovereign host, but these people need some comfort and their lives suck. So anything that I could do to try to ease their short life here.
Well, at least you're not one of those silver flame kooks.
No, scumbags. Yeah, superstitious little punks.
So when you say that the initial Deer's followers went and pushed back the darkness, are we talking an army of them, or are we talking like a handful party?
No, it was maybe 7 or 8 of the tough, they formed a strike force and they went in and, depending on who you ask, because I sure as hell wasn't there, but they're saying that they, some people said that they went in, there's a master of the darkness, and they went in and were able to defeat him, and that at least would set him back for a decade or 2, and then they'd have to do it again. But there's always casualties every time.
So you're saying we either have to do a sacrifice or we have to go into do the darkness and fight the darkness. If we don't do the sacrifices, then this darkness is going to come and destroy the island, like how we're starting to get fog here now.
No. I think it'll destroy the world.
Which includes the island, which is where I have all my stuff. So got it.
Yeah.
But if Adriel does what she normally does, the darkness will stay. Does she have to sacrifice them in one specific kind of way, or does she just have to, kill helpless animals and people? Like, what counts as a sacrifice here for her?
Just killing, it counts a little bit. But don't ask me how this works, because I don't do sacrifices. But for some reason, it's like when it's a deliberate sacrifice, you get full credit. I don't know how these weird gods work.
Really, all we got to do is just let Adriel do her thing and we'll be fine.
I don't know. I mean, how much is she killing?
I mean, there was 15, 20 animals locked in a cell she wiped out with some electricity the other day.
Yeah. Well, intelligent beings are better. They count for more. I'm not sure.
I don't know. All right. I've killed her. I've seen her kill people before.
Yeah. This Adriel may be the salvation of all intelligent life in the world.
Hear that, Adriel? You're a chosen one.
Hold on.
You're prophesied.
I don't think so. Pineapple. So inside the sacrificial thing in the book of the meteorologic, there's no reason why they're taking it unless they have to use it. So these sacrifices aren't just killing someone. It is much more involved.
Wait, is that pineapple or are you role playing
It is
that?
a pineapple. I need to confirm that the book said that before I roleplay that.
Wait, repeat what you said?
That inside the book of the meteorological, where it started talking about the sacrifices, there's no way they're taking the book unless it's part of the sacrifice. So there's a huge ritual to it that's inside the book on what they have to do.
Yes.
Okay, now, unpineapple. Yeah, I don't think Adriel's sacrificing of animals is going to cut it. There is a huge ritual that's involved with this that she's not going to be able to do. It's a supposed deer's thing that is not. So the whole thing is ridiculous.
Adriel, don't take that personally. I believe in you. I think if you put your mind to it, you could sacrifice just as good as the people that were here before. I just want you to know I believe in you, Adriel.
Thanks, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, so you're saying that we either go up to the darkness or we go hit up the Minotaurs.
Or sacrifice, but then you got to live with the fact that you're sacrificing people.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We've already got someone who likes to sacrifice. I don't understand.
No, but you're letting it happen. Like,
yeah, what do you mean I'm letting it happen? Well, I'm not. Yeah, this is what she does. I mean, I've only known her for a week, but let me tell you, she does it really well.
It's much more than just killing people. The Minotaurs. So they just have pushed back the darkness as well. So they know of the threat.
That's my understanding, is that they're the only other ones who are able to push back the darkness, because they're tough, and apparently they are what's the word? I don't want to be insulting. I'm sure they're noble creatures, but they they don't mind if they lose a whole bunch of that, if you know what I mean. Like cultists, if you lose 3 or 4 of them, they were really upset about that. The Minotaurs, it's like they could lose 3 dozen and they're like, they just go back to being Minotaurs and doing Minotaur stuff. So they were able to put up the numbers, I guess, that were needed to go in and do whatever was done. That's closer to a little, military incursion. I think the cultists were doing more of a precision
Hey, Drek.
strike.
Drek.
Yeah.
You never told me Adriel was half Minotaur.
What?
She's willing to put up, let her wolf die, kill all these other things to, just keep putting up more things.
So
I'd have never guessed.
does that mean she's 1/4 bull?
I mean, I don't know. She turns into a wolf. Maybe she can turn into a bull too. Maybe that's like a whole thing.
Well, I'm just thinking, hold on. If we can make him good with these Minotaurs, who apparently are very mercantile in nature, we could cut a deal, and get some money flowing into this. So
I like what you're thinking. And we can have Adriel kind of help negotiate it. Like she seems like of a similar mindset.
And
we set up a deal. We get some trade going. I like where your head's at. I like this plan. I'm excited. I want to be part of it.
Okay, well,
I've never seen a Minotaur, so I'm in.
I don't think the Minotaurs are going to work with us. I think we need to get our heads together and go into this darkness, find out what it is, and take it out of its misery for the remainder of the time before it comes down and takes out our good workers. We got something good.
I like that idea.
Unless Adriel really has part Minotaur in her, where she can get him to our side. If that's the case,
I don't.
Are you sure? You've been
I don't.
quiet on this. You haven't been refuting it.
I don't. Minotaurs are not animals. They're not a type of animal I identify with.
Well, that means that they're all safe, so that's good.
They'll feel better.
Well, all right. After we beat back this great darkness, then we talk to the Minotaurs and try to make a deal. I think we all agree that's a good idea.
Ooh,
Like it.
that could be
All right.
good. Yeah,
All
but
right.
if the fog's
So,
already coming in, I don't want to be dealing with the Minotaurs and we come back and our entire work staff is dead. That would be
Yeah.
bad.
All right, old
You
man.
know, if the Minotaurs beat the darkness before, why don't we just go get them to beat the darkness again? Like, why do we got to do this?
Well, if the fog is on our side, why would they care?
How's the fog on our side? I'm just saying, rather than us do a fight, let them do the fight. They already won once before. Right, John? You said the Minotaurs beat the darkness before, right?
He died.
Yeah. Yeah. They're the only ones beside the cultists who could push them back.
So why do we fight it? They already fought it. Let's get them to fight it again. We can give them, what if, Drek, come on. If they beat the darkness, we'll cut them in at 20% of the trade. 15.
Sure. Especially if
15.
they already have trade post stuff and they've got connections. Yeah.
15%, right? That's generous.
Well, we can work out the details later as long as we get that money flowing first and whatever trade routes they got. Like, they got something going. If they've been around for this long with a trade post, they have something commercial going here.
Yeah, I like that. They do the fighting.
All
We
right.
do the trading.
So with from what I've read in the book, can I tell from the book that where the fog is at right now, how many days do we have before it's D-Day?
Oh, yeah, you maybe have 4 days.
All right.
Just if
All
you
right.
believe that nonsense superstition in the book, yeah.
Sure. So unpineapple. So from what the book says, we have approximately 4 days before the darkness comes. You guys really think we're going to get over the Minotaurs, work out a deal, and get them to go take the darkness out?
I think that sounds easier than us doing it. We don't know what it is, where it is, how to beat it. They do. Takes us a half day to walk there. We'll be there in time for dinner. We'll have dinner with them. We'll break some bread. We'll make a deal.
All right.
They go have at it.
I'm fine with that, even if they gave us a clue of what is up there so we could prepare ourselves. All right, I'm in.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine by me.
Okay.
Off to the Minotaurs I go.
I want to ask the old man one last question, or whatever. But how long has this presence, this thing that they're making sacrifices? Is there any history of how long it has existed? I mean, has it been around for 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years?
Oh, the first I remember, it must have been about 10 years ago, the first time that I seen, the Great Darkness start manifesting itself.
So there was nothing ever before that you know of, ever?
No, I was here before the first cultists came, and we never had no darkness. And then a couple years after the cultists came, that's when it started. So I don't know if maybe they dug too deep into that mountain or, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how much lore is around about this thing. If it's been around for like a long, long period of time, then I figure there might be more people elsewhere that might know something about it. But considering that it's only recent, then there's probably not a lot of lore out about this creature yet, or whatever it is.
Mm.
I guess we'll find out as we go.
Yeah, if anyone knows, the people who've been around here the longest, besides the villagers, has been the Minotaurs.
I don't think
So-
any of us speak Minotaur.
Drek, what do you think we offer them for trade? Like, I mean, are we cutting them in on our jewel trade?
There's tons of gold. We got to find out what they're trading so far, because if they are, we gotta see what they're doing, what their angle is, and then we could determine like what we can value add, what what our angle is.
Yeah, I like what you're thinking. Yeah. Because we don't need to give more than we need to.
No. We can always renegotiate after we're in a stronger position anyways.
Yeah, and once the darkness is gone, then, things are a lot more easy.
Yeah, that's when we renegotiate.
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Are we going to the Minotaur?
We're off to see the Minotaurs.
All right. So, to simulate the dangers and perils of going through this horrid jungle, we are actually going to go to
Vaughn 1.
Diplomatic impunity.
I
Diplomatic.
came all the way to House D for that.
Where's that at?
It's in
Lord's Mark
Marsh.
Plaza.
Yeah.
Everybody get
On
that?
top of things, man.
Yep, thanks.
Yeah. And then the quest is actually in the 12 out in that area.
Oh, is
What
it?
did you think was in House D? What did you think we were going to in D?
Well, Cal was in D.
Oh.
So I thought as soon as we said Minotaurs, he was like, oh yeah, this is where we're going. So
Yeah, I was debating whether I was going to do a shortcut and skip the whole jungle, but no, we're going to trudge through the jungle.
Someone went in on normal.
Oh, that was me.
Talitha.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Just want to get
So we
some.
gotta-
People
we
who
gotta
are
get into
sorry
the
don't
12.
do it over and over.
Yeah,
and
it's in the 12.
over and over and over.
Just want some easy killing.
Do that XP.
You don't always do this. Stop it.
You always kill helpless animals. You always go into quests on normal.
All right. When you get here, Cal, you got to reset it.
I don't know why we put him in charge.
Me
Pineapple.
neither.
On pineapple.
Oh.
I like that. That's good. That's good role playing.
I'm trying to create a mystery, trying to get some problem solving going.
Hey, it's an hour and a half of good mystery.
All right. What level are we thinking? Casual?
R1, because it's a 14.
Okay. R1 it is.
Yeah, that's only 2 levels above us.
So, regardless of what the objectives say here, really what you're doing is just getting to the other side of the jungle where the outpost is. There actually is a trail, more or less, that you can follow. It's not an easy trail, right? Because people don't walk it all the time, but anyone with even moderate tracking ability, can figure out which way to go. But it's still wrought with peril.
On Pineapple, are we going to complete this quest or really just get to the end and then we're going to end without completing it?
No, we want to complete it because this is a prerequisite for
The Minotaurs,
the Minotaur quest.
which is one of Cal's favorite quests.
This is literally my favorite quest of all time. So
it's funny. I just did these on hardcore.
When does that end?
2
seconds.
weeks, I believe.
it better end in time for Night Rebels.
What level are you?
In theory, 17.
Oh, you'll make it.
Yeah,
How many deaths do you have
0.
to spare?
Awesome.
So you've got two to still use?
3 lives.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not too worried.
Famine Reaper. Oh, and a bunch of baddies.
All right, so Carrick, do you know the path? I mean, you've been here for a long time,
Well, yeah, I've been in the prison. I know of it.
so you don't know the path directly to the Minotaurs?
I've never been.
Shoot.
I mean, I know the path's over there, and you follow it, but
A bunch of. Now, are these creatures? Are they cultists? Are they guys from town?
These are
what is
just
it?
random, strange monsters of the jungle.
Just like high school.
Just
Sounds like a band. Sounds like a band name. Monsters in the Jungle.
These scorpions are feeling the vibration of our walking.
Maybe you shouldn't walk.
Do you have a better idea? What's
Well, with this many people, no. Actually, I do not. So let's come up with an idea of what we're going to tell these Minotaur. Minotaur, you can't even speak to them until you show them the type of fighter and strength that you have. So who's doing the negotiating?
I thought we were going to send Talitha in.
Yeah, walking genocide.
If anyone's good at killing stuff, that's her, right? Or Adriel, sorry.
Well, we
So
don't
you're-
necessarily want to kill them, right?
so
'Cause
you're-
we don't want to make enemies.
No,
We just
but
wanna
if
destroy-
JL's saying we got to show strength,
I thought we wanted to negotiate with them.
right? So you're going to go in and show strength.
Killing them is not negotiating.
I didn't say kill them. I said show strength.
Brock has a
See,
very-
this is what I'm talking about. She's perfect. First thing she thinks of is killing them. This is exactly what we need to do: is show some strength like that.
Man, jungles suck. I'm glad we don't own the jungle half of this island. Well, we own the whole island. Well, let's not tell them
I mean, this is kind of a
that just yet.
this is a lot of work. I liked it. I liked it when we were sitting in the room there.
What, John's room?
No, not John's room. My room.
Oh,
The library is pretty cozy too. Like you could totally curl up with a book.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know about you. I guess the fog is a harbinger of the end of the world, but I happen to like foggy mornings.
I just, why don't we just let Adriel do her thing?
I mean, it also depends on how long that guy's been here, because certain times of the year, it's going to be foggy.
Well, he's been here over 10 years, he said.
Elias?
No, John.
John.
Oh, Elias is the one that said that it's been getting foggy.
Yeah, the old man halfway up the mountain.
Right, John said when it gets foggy, that's because bad things happen. The beginning of the end of the world or something like that.
Well, I thought Elias said that. We're talking to too many people.
I think we had a dead end.
Try to stay off that main path.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I haven't seen any creatures through here yet.
Did we already wipe this place clean?
One of us did.
Oh, hey everyone.
So what do we see here? Is this like us overlooking the Minotaur camp? Or is this just not even part of it? Okay.
No, yeah, this is you overlooking the Minotaur camp, and Basically, it looks like a fairly prosperous camp. It's
But yeah, I'd say.
To call it a camp is an understatement. It's basically a trading town, um, and fortified pretty well because minotaurs.
Pineapple, you guys stay here. Stay here.
And it's clear that they have docks built and they are boats coming and going, and they're just doing their minotaur ways.
We didn't talk to that guy.
Oh, are you kidding me?
The whole party needs to be here, I think.
Well, yeah, I thought someone talked to him, and then I detoured back because I thought we had already talked to him, but we hadn't. So I'm.
All right, now you can talk to him again.
Oh, you can?
Yep, the thing just popped up.
Oh,
I'll be right back.
That was nice.
Yeah, you told us how to stay here.
Okay, then I will talk to her, and then I'll come join you.
Well, we got to meet in a different area.
Yeah, but it's right over there.
Oh shoot, I'm gonna get barded. Well, yeah, it's like halfway. So you guys should be. Why don't we start heading back?
Will the detour help?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Alaya, fantastic.
Yeah, Pineapple, on hardcore, our guild put out that it's unplayable today.
Yeah, I noticed it's bad today.
Yeah, CBCU even warned us that said it was when we first logged on. It was bad.
Ready?
Hey, how come we're not streaming Brock?
So I didn't get to that part because I was waiting for you to get on, and then once you got on, I forgot. So good news and bad news. So the good news is we have a YouTube channel. It's all ready to go. The downside is, unfortunately, it takes 24 hours before they'll let you stream to it live. So I'm recording us, and we'll just upload it.
I'm back.
So I'll be streaming to the YouTube channel from here on out.
Nice. That's very exciting. Pineapple, I love Charm. Basically, all the armies I've saw along the way, I just did mass suggestion to half of them.
Oh, that's perfect.
Kill each other.
They stay off of me, and by the time they follow, they stop fighting, I'm gone.
One of the reasons why I like that with main Philandor.
Are we not streaming to the website anymore?
We're streaming to DDO.
We're streaming,
just not Brock and Friends.
We're going to do YouTube because we have better ways to keep it up. Brock and Friends.
But are we going to do Brock and Friends and YouTube?
Well, I don't know how that'll work because there's only two of us streaming. So.
You're right, but you should be because Corvan does it when he does his weekly Wednesday. He streams to, and so does Streamtown. He streams to Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
Once that gets figured out, then sure.
Is everybody here?
No.
We need everybody here.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I was moving on with the story already.
What was I going to say about the YouTube? So, yeah, we'll just have to figure that part out. But it's nice because we'll be able to do different things with the YouTube channel.
Here. Boom.
That was strange.
What?
This archer was hitting one of our guys, and then he started attacking other guys.
Charm, I
Weird.
think.
Maybe he
Or could
realized that, yeah, he realized that we're good guys and he didn't want to kill good guys.
They're just letting me pass. Quick pineapple. That's pretty impressive that we're 2 levels above, and it looks like you're hitting everything on your charm.
I've missed one.
So these are all still just random
Jungle monsters.
jungle monsters.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
All right, so none of this is role playable because there's going to be an interesting diplomatic thing coming up.
Yeah, not really.
Not really.
If you can find a way to make this role playable, I'm all ears, but I couldn't really make it fit without stretching things too far.
So we have to prove ourselves to these guys before we can talk to the Minotaurs?
No, kill these guys. We just need to get through here.
You mean open the door and go in?
Yeah.
So these are the Minotaurs' bodyguards?
No.
This is still the path to the Minotaurs. This really isn't here.
I know, but I'm just trying to find a way to make this part of the story to roleplay it.
Well, yeah, he has a story himself, doesn't he?
It's not worth anything, though. Oh, get ready.
It's technical time.
Are there traps in here?
I don't know. Are there traps in here?
I cannot remember us doing this well on this. We usually get, like, murdered.
I don't think so.
I do.
Well, it is 2 levels higher than us on R1, and we pretty easy.
And I just found traps, too.
Well, my charmed people killed 4, so I like that.
Tellith is trying to die, even though it's over.
It's over.
Nothing is over.
It's not over till I say it's over.
That's a Rambo.
So
That's right.
that's interesting. When I went to the chest, there was no blue thing above it, but whenever Tylitha opens it, a blue thing comes over it.
Because she didn't kill anything.
Like it's a
The
named chest.
I gave her an item.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
Is that why? I was wondering why I had 2 of. So I did get one of those Katra's whip too.
Ooh, that's nice. I have that.
Well, now you can give one to someone else, or you can sell it.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else want that? I can put it in the chat.
I have one.
Have
I have
one.
one.
Grail, we already have one. No Monty Python fans?
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm the DM, you guys all die.
And the boulder foams the sky.
I'm surprised it took this long.
The great darkness comes, you're all dead. All right, I'm going to take a 2-minute bathroom break here.
No. I'm not used to coming out of a quest and not having to repair.
Getting cocky.
So tomorrow, my wife is hosting a one-day Comic-Con here at the house for the kids and her best friend.
Oh, that's fun.
And she's tearing the house apart to set up specific areas all over the place, including my basement area. My office is full of like random furniture from the basement just so there's space out there. And I have to try to come up with a D&D one shot to run tomorrow.
Nice.
So I was hoping to take Cal's story from tonight, but I don't think we're gonna get far.
I think it's a pretty good story so far.
Awesome story so far.
Stupid cultists.
That's hard taking over from where someone left off, and he's done a great job so far.
Are there still a lot of groups, Flander, on hardcore?
I haven't been playing too much. I've had the solo. There's none in my area, my levels.
Really?
Yes. So I'll be soloing Giant Hold. I already soloed these. I soloed the Assault on Summerfields.
And when you say solo, you mean it's like you and your, 4 hires kind of thing?
Well, I stopped doing all of them. I just have 2 now. I need the Barbarian
Cleric.
or Fighter and the Rogue. Oh, I'm sorry, 3, and the Cleric. Sometimes I don't pull out the Barbarian. It's amazing, one tank. Well, Cirrus, you've been playing the Archer. With Strimtons, one tank is all you need, and it's just annihilation.
Yeah.
And since I'm not going for favor anymore, I know which quests I'm doing, so I know them well enough.
Well, that saves a lot of time not worrying about favoring every quest.
Exactly.
And a lot of risk.
Absolutely.
It saves a lot of time and risk.
Well, because I'm also not going to choose to do any of the new stuff, so I'm done with the Barovias now, so I'll just be sticking with Veil, Giant Hold, the remainder, and some Slayers.
Everyone here?
Yeah, how do we get to framework from here?
You go back to the Lord's March. Turn in the quest, and then he's not far from where you turn in the quest.
Cirrus and I are standing next to him. So this will be interesting how you do this. Actually, I guess we'll just wait until we enter.
Should we have talked to someone before doing that quest for the chain, or?
No, you have to talk to the first person that unlocks the second quest. There's no chain giver.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, this one, I think there's just 3, but you have to do that first one in order to do this one.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't even red box him.
Nope. It was funny, I was on and someone asked if I could open up the quest for them on Elite. So I joined their group. I'm standing here, right here, and they're not going in and they're not going in. I'm like, what are they waiting for? And all of a sudden they're like, why can't we get in? Well, because you guys need to do the other one.
Missing Darvith and Cal. Oh, there's Cal. And there's Darvith. Are we doing R1 again?
Yeah.
These Minotaurs hit hard.
We hit harder.
Well, I didn't say we didn't hit harder. I just said they hit hard.
They do hit hard and get overwhelmed. They start coming out of the woodwork.
Well, I already see a Famine Reaper.
Serious?
But did you kill it yet?
No.
Tylitha, how close are you to 13?
I'm not that far away. I need like 40,000 more.
Hey, me too.
Nice. All right, are we? We're in. What do we see this? Do we? What's the word?
So when you walk up to the trading post, a minotaur basically comes out and greets you rather gruffly, and he's like, "Hey, you, state your business. What the hell are you doing on this side of the island, anyways?"
Hey, Joe, go on, negotiate.
Just cast lightning.
Shit.
Jesus.
Actually, that's perfect for the way this quest is going to go. So I say go for it.
Does she? Is that what you do?
I cast lightning.
Oh my gosh. I instantly step back and say no. But okay.
Roll. Is it called lightning?
Yes.
All right. Roll damage.
How do I do that?
Well, first roll. Let's see how the spell works here.
You just say you're kidding, and you don't do that. That's how you do that.
So what's the save? So he's got to see if he gets a save, right? Saving throw reflex. All right. So go to put your cursor over your spell, and you should see a save. Should say like a number.
I don't know if I should do this.
Start now.
All right. His save is 18.
Yeah, and DM rolled a 20 on the save. So
Is it for half damage or for totally miss it?
let's see. What does it say? Reflex for half, unless he has evasion. If he has evasion, then it'd be 0. But that's up to you.
I don't think.
You also rolled a 20. So
20. Okay.
no, it's not that you don't roll anything. Just that he rolls.
Well,
Okay.
let's go ahead and roll damage. What I was gonna do is that basically because he rolled a natural 20, he's gonna take quarter damage instead of half damage.
Okay.
Roll, Talitha. Let's see. It's 25 plus 5 for every caster level up to 15. So type in /roll 12d5.
Okay. Is that good?
And then add 60 because it's 5 per level.
Okay. 92.
And then on your character sheet, put your next to where it says spell points. There's that little box to the right of it. So put your cursor over that box, and you should see spell power. See spell points.
Spell points. Yes, 12.
So your spell power for electric is 12.
Yes.
Oh.
Huh?
Okay. So we need a calculator now because essentially it's 10%. So 92 plus 9. So
100.
you can say like 100. Do you have any electric spell critical chance? It's on the same place you found spell power.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see anything on here.
Okay, so
First.
100 points of damage.
So divide by 4.
25.
5 hit.
Pineapple. Talitha, we got to get your spell power up.
Why is all my stuff so weak?
Let me put it this way. My spell power is 207.
But I take I take everything. I follow the builds.
We have a visitor. It's
Yeah, because she's over here shooting electric at people.
So you singe him really bad. Like he's like ninja fast reflexes, gets out of the way. Otherwise, he'd be like, you guys would be eating bull meat for dinner. But he's burnt and he's pissed and he's like, what the hell is wrong with you druids? I thought you all went into that godforsaken mountain already. And he's like ready to charge.
You showed him how tough you were.
I'm like, we were here to trade. She was just trying to do that from a strong position. So just take it as there's a friend we all know named Brock. He calls it negotiating. It was just the beginning of our conversation of trade.
He just kind of stands up. He's like, "Man, that's pretty bold. I could respect that."
So
Well, what are you guys looking to trade?
Well, we happen to come, by way of a few goods, and we've heard about your respectable and very profitable trading outpost that you have here. So we thought we would come and see if we can make some arrangements. What is it you guys trade here?
You don't know? This island has the best carrots in the realm, man. Highest, top-notch quality carrots.
That's amazing. We just happen to have a town on the other side that loves carrots.
Yeah, well, they better be able to pay for it because this catches top premium pricing.
What's your going rate for carrots?
Yeah, for these carrots? I mean,
Yeah, for these top eights.
Yeah, we're talking about 3 gold per bushel.
Per bushel? That's a hard bargain. What if I could say, we could set you up with 1.5 gold per every 3 bushels?
Yeah, the boss ain't gonna like. You're gonna have to talk to him. But
hang on. I have high diplomacy.
All right, tell me more.
Plus my diplomacy is 30.5 technically.
That's too bad.
It's a bad roll.
Yeah, he's like, well, you're gonna want to talk to the boss, but I don't know about that. You're gonna need to. Yeah. Well, anyways, he doesn't like talking to people with toes, if you know what I mean. So.
Well, that's why we have Adriel here, because she's part Minotaur.
What?
Just go with her.
Her spirit, the part that drives all of us, the part that connects us, that is what she is. And she is pure, hungry. She is driven.
For the record, I want to make sure everyone realizes that we are now streaming my cat taking a crap.
What?
In the back of my video is my cat just taking a crap.
No one would have noticed.
And you pathetic human fool will clean it up later.
I sure will. He's like, well, you could go talk to the boss, but I mean, you're gonna have to prove yourselves. You guys all look like you have toes, and yeah, you're gonna have to prove yourselves before he's gonna want to talk to you.
How best can we do that?
That lightning bolt was pretty good, but yeah.
All right.
Probably, just show him that you guys can't be pushed around and try not to kill,
She's good at slaughtering animals. Can we just bring some dead animal carcasses with?
I am not good at slaughtering animals.
Oh, don't undersell yourself. You're great at it. I've seen you.
No, he's going to probably throw some champions at you and some of his guard and see what you could do and see if you're worth talking to. And whether
Are they helpless? Because if they're helpless, this is her game.
No, they're tough.
Okay.
I
I feel confident.
Locked in cages.
Adriel, I feel confident in you. I'm here for it. I believe in you. You can do it. All right.
Yeah, go cross that bridge and just tell them you're here to see the boss, and they'll probably attack you immediately. Who has the wand?
Me.
All right.
That's really not part of the story, I'm assuming.
No. The real story is you have to beat up all takers, and then he'll talk to you. So you're not really murdering all of these poor, helpless minotaurs who are going around like their normal day. You're just beating them into the ground a little bit.
I'm not doing any damage to these
Yeah, because they're budget cut.
Okay.
This is my favorite quest.
We
Oh,
can't-
look, there's some Minotaurs who like us and are cheering us on.
I don't see that anywhere.
Yeah, they have little triangles over their head, which is weird.
I don't think that means they're just cheating us on.
And I like the live version and the undead version equally well. Both equally satisfying.
I like the dead version.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Famine Reaper jumped right on me.
Where's Adriel?
Bye, Cal.
There she is.
I mean, Drek.
Dark, where are you? Where art thou?
There's all kinds of mass hysteria. Sometimes the Minotaur like us, sometimes they don't. Maybe they like our moxie.
Just like high school.
I wonder if it's our scent. Maybe only some of us are liked.
What difficulty is this on?
R1.
R10.
You could probably take R2 or R3.
I was gonna see this is.
It's just so much fun just cutting through Minotaurs. Yeah, I have to talk to you soon.
Is anyone having issues with lag?
A little bit.
Where's...
See Dark.
I know, that's what I was just looking for. Oh, he's not anywhere near. You guys are getting him?
Yeah. Oh, here he is.
There's a lot of dudes over here.
And a Reaper.
And a Reaper.
And the Reaper. Let's get you rezzed.
And I'm not doing very much damage, apparently, to the Reaper.
I got 55%.
That was awesome. I've never seen that before. It's pineapple.
What?
A charmed matador shaman. So one of these shaman healed me.
Really?
Yes.
Jarvis, okay, you're alive.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, because I did not heal you.
Yeah, that was him.
That's pretty good to know.
I wonder if that's something new.
I mean, I just got healed for 200 some hit points, so
And so
Was it-
healers. Dude, that's. I wonder if I'm playing a cleric and you charm me, if I would start healing you.
nope.
Doubt it. You would fight off the charm.
Resist.
You would be fine. You'd be fine being charmed until that moment. That's what would break the charm. Wait, what? This is wrong. I don't. This isn't healing.
I'm just not me.
Why would I ever do this?
All right, so we should probably at least tell the viewers that things have changed for tonight. Suckers.
Yeah, Backligor is not playing today, so we're going to be running late. We're going to be playing long. You get to watch our awesome role-playing game style.
We're playing Cal's favorite quest of all time.
This is, I think it's the most fun. I called it. I said it. I think it's the most fun.
Like ringing the bells and causing more chaos.
Yeah, it's just like chaos and chaos and more chaos.
Because there are minotaurs everywhere.
Well, yeah, you're ringing bells. Come on.
Did you just die again?
Yeah. Well, I'm actually doing things unlike you people.
Really?
Uh-oh.
You have
Uh-oh.
less kill counts than the wolf.
Right. Why don't you count?
That's really mean.
Why don't you count assists? Oh, that's right. Because they only started keeping track of those.
Apparently I have more than you.
That's because I have to keep trying to raise him.
Well, you're not even anywhere near me.
I know, I had to just leave you alone.
Exactly. You didn't raise me before either. So where's...
In Darva's defense, if his deaths counted as part of his kill count, he would be coming up a little bit better.
See? There you go.
Glass is always half
And I
full in Drek's world.
Are we supposed to be over here? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I thought that gate will open up.
Yeah, it is trapped. Pineapple.
It is very trapped.
There we go.
I miss not being a ranged character right now.
Darn it.
Uh-oh, I'm tripped. This is gonna hurt.
I'm coming.
Oh,
Oh!
I got some love and healing touching.
Yes, trying to scroll some people here. They're not big heals.
It's tactical time.
It was tentacle time a long time ago.
It's more tactical time.
That was awesome. Two pineapple miniatures just appeared. Just as they appeared, I did mass suggestion on both of them.
Uh-oh. Oh.
See, that's it.
I have a named scepter. Does anyone want it?
What is it?
Scepter of the Flesh. How do I control, right? Control
right click.
Oh no, I already have one.
Yep, I have that one.
Ew.
So what are we doing now?
Right, so we've obviously proved ourselves, unless you want us to hit every single Minotaur.
Oh my god, you're getting me excited. But no, yeah, let's finish the quest. rest, and then we'll role play this out.
That was a very boys-esque comment. Fourth episode came out today.
Oh, did it? Sweet. I know what I'm doing tonight. All right.
It is less than 5 minutes in. It's so appropriate to the show.
Okay. So the king, you guys, fight your way and beat down, and some of them, a bunch of the minotaurs, and the leader of the camp is fairly impressed. He goes, I see you guys have, the spirits of hooved walkers. So what do you want? What are you here for? You guys, your type don't come this part of the island often. It's been a long time.
I'll be right back.
Oh, wait, what the heck?
Adriel, do you want to talk to him?
Chief negotiator?
No.
Cloud starting to thunder and lightning. Oh.
The clouds are forming.
But I mean, weren't they the ones that what was the whole point of coming down to talk to them in the first place? Was about the darkness or established?
Yeah, it depends on who you would ask. So they were one of the only other people besides the cultists who were able to push back the darkness. And so people who were interested in that wanted to talk to them about that. And then Drek wanted to see if we could set up some type of business deal and get some more money flowing our way.
I'll talk to him about the darkness itself. I want to say something like, so we are under the impression that there is a darkness that comes upon this place when there are no longer animal sacrifices.
Wait,
given.
are you guys? Did you guys stop the sacrifices? What? When did you guys stop the sacrifices?
It's been over a week, right?
Yep.
Pineapple on pineapple? Because we've been there for a week and there was no sacrifices while we were there.
There would have been darkness would have came back within that time, wouldn't it? Or this fog, this cloudiness.
No, it depends. And you never know. It's kind of unpredictable. Sometimes it comes sooner, sometimes it comes faster. But
sometimes it doesn't come at all.
I'm gonna try to find out if they were in favor of the no, because they fought it back. So I want to tell them I believe that there has been an interruption in the animal sacrifices, and this darkness has come back. But it's my understanding that I heard that they were the great warriors as yourselves that helped fight this darkness back. Is that true?
Oh yeah, we pushed it back. It was not a cheap expedition. It was pretty expensive and took quite a few good minotaur. But we sure as hell fought it back. But even when you fight it back, it's only temporary, But you do what you got to do to maintain the outposts and to maintain our colony here. So.
And we were saying if you guys fought it back again, we could probably set up some really good trade with you in exchange for you fighting it back. I hear you have some amazing carrots.
Best carrots in the realm. Are you serious?
That's what I've heard. I've heard that as far as away as Stormreach.
Why aren't you guys been doing these sacrifices for such a long time? It's been working. Why the sudden hiccup?
Well, Adriel here is our chief sacrificer, but her sacrificial dagger recently, just you do so many sacrifices, the thing wears out, right? I mean, it just happens.
Dagger.
I have not done any sacrifices. I was trying to save the animals.
What the hell? Is literally what Carrick says to you at that moment. She clearly is exhausted from all the sacrifices. as I was saying, when you've done that many sacrifices, the dagger gets worn. So we got to get it repaired. It's got to be done in a special way. It's a ritualistic dagger. You know what I mean? Like, you clearly take care of your weapons. You know what I'm talking about as far as needing to look after them for this type of thing. So we can't do any sacrifices right now, which is why we thought, all right, you know what? You guys are just the bomb, is what we've heard about. So we thought, you've done this before. We can throw in some extra really good trades your way because clearly you have the best carrots around. And this becomes a situation, you guys have done it before, so it's easy for you. And you make some extra coin while you're at it, and you have a new friend and a trade partner with us.
Yeah. How about this? We'll be fine because we're tough. You and your people are squishy and made out of balloons, as far as I could tell. So you've got the problem because your people in your villages, they drop like flies when the darkness comes, and they really don't know what to do or how to do it. So it sounds like you've got a problem.
But this darkness, when it comes, it kills everything. It destroys the world, that's why you guys fought it back last time.
It just keeps on killing until you push it back. So, we're nice and safe behind our walls, and when it becomes a problem to us, then we'll push it back. But until then, sounds like you need to push it back before we do.
Yeah, it
Because
sounds
I
like
didn't see any walls on your side of the island.
I thought you guys were like famous traders, trading, looking to make loot and riches with your amazing carrots. I'm just trying to offer you a good deal here. Hey, look, I don't want you to work for free. I don't want anyone to work for free. I mean, Adriel, she gets paid for all the bloodlust she gets out of it. But other than that, everyone else gets, straight up coin. I'm just trying to help you make some extra money and expand your trade operations.
What happened to all the druids? I heard that they were going to go ahead and try to stop this thing once and for all. Where are they?
Adriel sacrificed them.
All of them?
I told you. Why do you think the dagger got worn?
That's cold. That's hardcore. Man, wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, if you want to go in, then more power to you. But we're not going in until it becomes a threat to us. Because we've got business to do. And we're perfectly willing to fight to the death to protect our own. But we're not going to be fighting to the death to protect you.
I'm not saying to protect me. I'm saying to protect your trade. This is a deal that's only going to make you more money.
How is sending my men off into that pit going to make me money?
Oh, boy. Because we're going to set up a lucrative trade option because of it. That's just something that we want to do to help support you.
Yeah, we could set up a lucrative trade option without sending my men into it.
Not if we're dead.
Some of you will survive. You always do.
You
There's
think
no
we're
one
going
there
to
that
want
could
to?
fight.
Do you think we're going to want to trade after that? We're not going to have any coin. We're not going to have anything to trade with. I'm telling you right now, we're in a situation where we can make it very well worth your while.
How about this? I will fund your expedition and give you an intel. And
what kind of money are you talking about?
What kind of intel?
Hold on, we're talking about money here. How much money are you talking about?
He just he takes out like a giant like sheet of gold and just blows his nose and just throws it out. He's like, you have no idea how much money we make off these carrots. Like I could easily front you with 10,000 gold to start.
That's
weapons, and then some additional money on to pay for the funerals. But
that's fascinating. And as I say that, I take out basically what probably is like the biggest diamond he's ever seen on the end of a stick and use it as a back scratcher. Like, that is fascinating. This would be the jewel that he was supposed to steal for the mob that got lost. So I'm just kind of casually scratching my back with it. That is impressive offer. Did I mention that we're sitting on a mine of the wealth that we have? Yeah, you know what? It's enough that you probably wouldn't have to really ever farm again.
Yeah. 10 years ago, you guys started digging in that mine, and all of a sudden the darkness started coming. You haven't learned your lesson yet?
Well, that wasn't us. We're new management. That's why we're trying to do things better. I'm trying just to help you, and at this point, I'm kind of like using the stick with the big diamond, like stretch my shoulders a little bit. It's an impressive jewel. Let's put it that way.
So is he trying to imply that the greedy digging has brought this darkness? Looking for loot, gems, money?
He's just saying that the 10 years ago, you people dug too deep, and that brought about the darkness.
The Balrog.
It's like, I told you the name of the mountain was Moria. I thought that was a dead giveaway, you jerks.
I'm telling you, they were jerks. And that's why Adriel here slaughtered them all. But, it's new management now.
Fine. I could give you weapons. I could give you provisions. I could give you intel on how to get in.
What kind of
you're gonna be
intel?
up against.
I don't want to hear that the intel is, it's on top of the mountain. Not helpful.
No, it's not on top of the mountain. That's the problem. There's your first problem. It's in the mountain. You have to get to the top, and then there's a bunch of these creatures inside. You're going to have to fight your way down to the entrance. And once you get into the entrance, essentially, it's going to take you into another world. And this is a world where everything that sustains you is gone. There's no sun. The food is horrible. The beer sucks.
I'm out.
The people that you run into there, they all hate their lives and want to die, much like the island that you're running. But and then the master of that realm, it's like a parody. It's like a dark parody of the real world. And the master of that realm is the one that you're going to have to basically defeat. I won't say destroy, because we never seem to be able to destroy him. We beat him, and he's back a few years later. All you do is buy some time, unless you find a way to put him down permanently. And it's a tough fight.
And put down who permanently?
Dark One.
I think he said druids helped last time. Didn't he say druids were the one that pushed them back?
No, there are a bunch of druids. They had a plan. They said that they had a plan to end this permanently. And there's a handful of them that gathered here. We kind of actually helped smuggle them on the island. But they went into the pit, and we've never heard from them since. That was about 1.5 years ago.
I wonder if that old man is one of them. Was a druid.
Old man? Oh, the old man halfway up the mountain?
Yes.
I think he's been there for a while. I'm not sure. He wasn't part of the group that we helped bring over.
All right.
So let me, you guys, I know a little. I don't assume to know Minotaurs. I only know what my friend Adriel here has seen from her being part Minotaur now. But you're a noble race, and you clearly are a noble clan here. And you've amassed power and wealth. But what I don't get is the farming. That's something new. I'd always thought you guys were built on your prowess, your conquering, your exploits.
Yeah, well, it's not easy, taking over this wilderness land and setting up a colony and fighting back these animals out here. But it's very lucrative, and someone's got to do it, and it makes a lot of money. So, yeah, I appreciate stereotypes personally.
You appreciate what? Sorry, what was that? I didn't hear it.
I appreciate if you just cut the stereotypes personally. Your anti-Minotaur stereotypes.
What are my anti-Minotaur stereotypes?
You just walk around with battle axes, just killing each other.
No, not at all. I talked about conquest. I talked about prowess. And I said I began, and I am wholly ignorant of the race. Again, I only know what I've learned from my friend Adriel here, who's a proud warrior. Many conquests on her dagger and her teeth. If it's wealth you want, we can give you enough wealth that you never have to farm again.
We got plenty of money. And if we
So what is it you do want?
If we wanted your wealth, we would have taken it a long time ago. But we know what the cost is for the wealth that you've been digging. And yeah, it's all yours.
So Pineapple, who else is in the room?
I am.
Just a bunch of Minotaur advisors.
Is there one that looks like his number two, or someone like a high-ranking, a confident, or even like a challenger type?
There's like the top, the top echelon.
Anyone that seems, more receptive to my conversation than the others.
Power corrupts, but absolute power sure
I wouldn't say so.
doesn't it?
So they're all pretty, it seems like, united. There's no no one just seems more interested in this than someone else. No snide glances at the chieftain. No apparent dissent in the ranks. Let's put it that way.
I would say, if anything, it's very muted. No one dares to defy the chieftain. So, there may be people who aren't as enthusiastically supporting him as others, but you don't have anyone who's going like, bullshit.
All right.
Power corrupts, but absolute power sure tastes sweet, doesn't it?
All right. Well, I think, I understand. I totally respect where you guys are coming from. You want to let this play it, ride out. I'm fully confident in your ability to destroy this darkness or whatever you fought it before. So I'm going to just get on one of the boats and wait it out back far away from here. So, that way, if you guys take care of it, we'll come back and it'll be great.
Yeah,
I think it's an awesome plan. I'm excited to be part of it.
Don't come back. Because if we have to fight this thing back and you're not here, we're going to burn your side of the island to the ground. But
That's not very nice.
yeah, no, we're not very nice. We're Minotaurs. We're only
Well,
half from the waist down. We're nice.
I thought we're avoiding stereotypes here.
What you can't do stereotypes. I can do stereotypes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, no, I think this is a good plan. You guys, I look forward to hearing of your conquests. Then I turn around and start walking away.
You'll hear about it. The chieftain's like, guys, start sharpening the weapons. I give it a couple weeks before something happens. And they start like grumbling amongst each other, like,
Is there any more intel you can tell us?
oh, now you're interested in intel. I thought you guys are all leaving on a magic boat.
I'm
Not
only
magic.
interested in the intel.
You gotta get to the top of that mountain and then down. Now, the good news and bad news is that most of the digging's been done already down, all of the digging. The bad news is that the creatures that the cultists have imported to do the digging are still there. So there's going to be a fight on the way down. And once you get to the bottom, it looks like there's a symbol engraved at the bottom of the pit. All you do is touch it, and it's going to take you into this other world. Now, once you get in this other world, we've never been able to come back before we've defeated the master of the world, of that world. If there is a way to come back, I don't know what that is. But what I will tell you is there are people in that other world. And there's people who don't like the master very much, but everyone's afraid of him. So you may get some limited support, but don't expect too much support. And I don't know. There may be a handful of druids in there somewhere doing something. I don't know what their plan was or how long of a plan it was. For all I know, it's still in action. But he's built himself a pretty formidable castle. And what we did is a full frontal assault, and it took a lot of lives to do it, but it was worth it. When the cultists went in previously, I don't know exactly what they did, but they said that they used subterfuge and did some sneaking in and got in. So that's going to be the lay of the land. There's towns in there. I would try to keep your head down and not draw too much attention unless you're ready to fight. We were ready to fight from the minute we got there. We were hoping to draw him into combat. So, we actually burned a few towns down because we were trying to lure him out. But he didn't come. So he's not dumb. He stayed in that castle, and we had to break down the walls, scale basically a cliffside, and take it to him.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like they're not going to help us fight
Nope.
this thing.
Doesn't look like it.
I mean, we still have a boat. We can still leave.
Yeah, I mean, that's our options. I mean, we could have a boat and just leave everything behind. We could go up the mountain and fight this thing. We could just hang out in the city and see if the fog comes. I mean, I don't know.
Well, taking the boat saves us. It doesn't save our cheap work. We got this island. We have done nothing with it yet, and we're going to lose it again.
Well, if this darkness thing, if it kills everyone and then it goes away, that's not. Drek is kind of talking to himself, like not hoping, not being too loud because he doesn't want the Minotaurs to hear. He's like, that's not the worst thing that could happen if these guys are gone.
So I'm kind of hanging out the back, and I'm like, as soon as I hear you say that, I'm like, that's what I'm thinking. Let the darkness kill them all. The Minotaurs will go fight. Half of them will be wiped out in the fight. We come back, take the island. Fine, we have to fight a couple Minotaurs. We've done it once. We can do it again. That sounds like an easier fight than the darkness.
Well, but then if the Minotaurs win, and they take some casualties, but now they're pissed off and they're really bitter.
But their numbers will be shaken.
Yeah,
there's still going to be less of them.
This is just an outpost, right? They have some Minotaur country somewhere, I imagine, that they're doing all this trading with. I mean, who the hell else eats carrots? Were rabbits? So.
Well, we never did get to see what a carrot is. Maybe what they say is a carrot is not what we think it's a carrot. Their carrots could be carrot diamonds.
That's true. But here's the other problem. What if this darkness comes, kills everything, and then it stays here? And then we show up and it's still here.
If it beats this whole Minotaur thing, it's going to beat us. So, fine, let someone else fight.
I mean, maybe that's the difference between being proactive and reactive.
Look, there's a bunch of wealth. If things don't look like they're going good, you pack up the boat with the wealth and you move on.
How much wealth do we think we can get on that boat?
I don't know, probably much as what a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood.
Agreed.
That's a lot.
And we did patch up that boat so it didn't sink to the bottom of the ocean.
There's
right?
2 boats. There's their boat, and there's the pirate boat, and then the other boat that was already there. There's 2 boats.
All right, and someone knows how to do a boat.
Well, that's where the problem's going to be.
I'm sure one of the guys on the island. They know how to do that.
I'm okay with that. This is more. I mean, we fill up 2 boats full of the treasure in that mine. That's more money than we could spend if we wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. They fight the darkness. They win. Great. Darkness is gone.
So we
They
take
lose?
every single person on this island. Not
I don't
military.
care if we take one. We take enough to look. You get your choice: person or more gold. We only take in as many people as we need to pilot the boat.
There's 6 of us here, so each of us get 1/6 of the space on the boat, and you could put people on there, or you could put gold on there.
I like the way you think.
Or if you're, where did I have these? If you're Adriel, you can put animals on there. Or not, if you're just wanting them all to die miserable, horrible animal death.
Okay, that's not what I want.
Are you sure?
Yes.
But like, we could all retire with the gold that 2 boats will fill. Especially if we don't turn on each other and try to kill each other out of greed so that one of us gets all the gold before we reach land.
So your thought is to be done with the island. Just take what we can and move on.
That's an option. Personally, I would like to turn this into a cash flow thing, right? Money coming in every day. We never have to worry about. But if we need to just lump sum this baby and move on to another business proposition, I get it.
Look, we don't have to decide. That's the thing. We just right now let things play out. Let the miniatures go fight. If they lose, we pack up and leave. If they win, maybe we see if we can take them out, or maybe they're pissed and we leave anyways. Either ways, we haven't fought some horrible darkness, world-ending thing. That we let the minotaurs do it, who fought it before.
But the minotaurs aren't going to fight it unless the fog comes down and sees no humans. So therefore, we have to take all of them.
Well, why does it have to see no humans? They said they're just going to wait for it to kill some people, and then when it gets to them, they'll kill it.
Right.
So let it kill some people.
But if there's continues to be more and more people for it to kill, it's never going to get to the minotaurs. Therefore, we have to take everybody.
What do you mean? No, the people are going to run out eventually. This island isn't making people every hour.
Agreed. But so
I don't
we're
know.
just going to wait
Some of
months
those
and months?
People are just dirty minded. I think they are making people every hour.
But that's fine too. We still take our money and leave.
It's clear the missionaries did not make it to this island.
Again, we take our money and leave. That's all that matters.
Well, this expedition has taken more on than just the money. Although the money is nice, and I'm not saying anything bad about it, but this is where, if I'm reading the doctrine correctly, this is where the 3rd church of Deers was raised. I'm not just going to give up this island over some stupid darkness. It's insane. So
I thought it was world ending.
what do you mean world ending? That the darkness?
It's not stupid darkness. I thought it was world ending.
Supposedly it was world ending.
Yeah, like it was world ending where it killed everybody, but yet there's still people here. So, and if 7 or 8 really good fighters went in and was able to push it back, I don't understand why we can't.
Well, now there's some logic here. These guys are all like, oh no, we lost a bunch of minotaurs, but we just like whomped on this guy's guard. So, are we talking about the cream of the crop of the minotaurs? Are the toughest minotaur warriors the ones who were sent out on a carrot trading expedition? Or were these the ones who just passed their combat training, program?
I still say let them fight it out.
They're not, I don't understand your logic. They're not going to fight until all the people are dead.
Let the people die.
What's the point of letting the people die?
Otis, what do you think?
I don't have to fight.
Then don't fight.
I'm with you on that.
Great.
I'm
Good.
I like Carrick's idea. But I mean, we put ourselves into this island and into a position that really doesn't mean anything to us. We've come here, we've wiped out the cultists, we've stopped the fake deers guys, and I motion towards JL. Adriel, we were able to stop the animal sacrificing.
Yeah,
We
but
were
all
able to
the
take.
animals are going to die, and if this darkness does what these people think it's going to do,
Well, I mean, unfortunately, that's just the name of the beast. If something bad happens, you can't save everything. You can't save everyone. But I don't understand why I need to fight and try to save all these people. We didn't open up the darkness. We didn't create the darkness.
Agreed.
And if we go far away from here and the darkness makes its way there, then you know what? Let's do it. Let's take it out. But why do we need to defend this island? It's an island. It'd be cool to have. There's probably a lot of other islands that don't come with darkness. We have
I
a
like
pirate
that.
ship. Let's go be pirates.
Well,
Let's go
the way
commandeer
your
another
logic,
island.
Then, if you're just going to let a bunch of people die, then why not just sacrifice one once a week? And what's the difference?
that's not a bad idea either.
There you go. They want to be
Should do
sacrificed.
that.
Kill a person.
That's the fastest I've seen Adriel jump. After a whole night of protesting,
Let's
sacrifice.
just kill someone.
That was awfully
Kill
fast.
someone. I mean, at the end of the day, this
That's
is our
a-
island.
That's a great thing. That's a great idea, Otis and Adriel. Look, they want to be sacrificed. Let them live their purpose. Who am I to judge their purpose? If they want to be sacrificed, great. Let them sacrifice. Darkness stays away. We get the money, the island. That's a win-win.
It's all for the greater good.
See? I knew I liked you, Adriel.
All right, but we can't make this sacrifice like all public and stuff. It's not good for tourism. So we're gonna have to keep this on the down low and figure something out. Because
You know how many people would pay to see that kind of thing? Like snuff films, man. That's a whole extra. It's like, look, there's the public tourism, and then there's the other tourism.
And on top of that, you might even be able to charge more to actually have people partake and actually conduct the sacrifice.
There you go. This man is thinking about options. This is a problem solver. That's what I see here.
And who's being sacrificed?
The townspeople that want to be.
The volunteers.
Yeah.
So
We're not forcing anyone.
someone that actually could help the cause, we're just going to allow to die because that makes sense. Just
Because
that's
they're
what they
helping the
wanna do.
cause. Yeah.
They're helping the cause in their own way.
right.
Now you're starting to sound like a cultist. Now you're trying to force your beliefs on these people. Their beliefs are they need to be sacrificed to keep everyone else in good standing. So be it. Who are you to judge them and to stop them from doing what they want to do?
Yeah. They're happy. They're happy. The darkness is abated. They keep making more people to sacrifice. The missionaries never made it here. This is great.
Just makes no sense.
It also doesn't make sense for all of us to die on this island because the darkness consumes us.
Right, which means we should get rid of it.
Yeah, what if we
By
get
sacrificing.
the world?
We could take the easy way out and just sacrifice a person who is willing.
Or we leave and commandeer another island elsewhere.
Or what if we take over this other world?
That's a
Because
lot of work.
We could kill this guy, and he can open up portals on any island he wants. Who knows?
Right. But think about how much work it was just to take this little island. Could you imagine how much work it did be to take over a whole other realm?
Didn't you just say we have more wealth than we could ever spend here?
God, I know greed sucks.
And if you want portals, go talk to Brock. He'll set up a portal wherever you want. I'm just saying, I'm with the sacrificer here. Let the people. I'm not going to put my beliefs on them. They want to be sacrificed. The darkness stays abated. We keep trading and building the island. There's a no lose in that situation. Everyone gets to fulfill their wishes.
No, I don't
You,
think we
JL,
can.
you get to keep researching and building your temple.
Decreasing the population like that makes no sense. How about we sacrifice the Minotaur? How about that?
Huh?
I look about as shocked as someone could possibly look. And I lean over to Drek. I'm like, these people are not negotiators, are they?
No.
Why would you say that?
You're just like, wait, did I hear that right? Like, what the fuck?
Well, hold on. Let's pineapple for a second. We're not by the Minotaurs anymore. We've all left.
No,
no,
we're
we
still
haven't.
there.
We were all still there.
We're all still there. Yeah.
I thought you guys are like on the far side of the room of the Minotaurs.
Oh,
With-
in my mind, first of all, then, Carrick, you said you left like a long time ago.
No, I just said I left the conversation. I just went to the back of the room. And then that's when Drek started talking to himself, and I joined the conversation with Drek.
All right. Well, obviously, I would not say that with Minotaurs inside the room. That'd be
Would
bad.
you though?
Well, Adriel told him I don't sacrifice when I said these are main sacrificer and open up negotiation with Carl Lightning. So anything's possible.
Yeah, but man, even 2 boats of gold divided by 6, so that's a third boat of gold. Like, that's going to run out eventually.
Well, but that's only if we leave. What if we go with Adriel and Otis's plan to just keep the sacrifices going? Darkness stays abated. Island, mine. Yeah.
Well,
He gets to keep researching the temple.
You're not
We get to
using-
keep.
No, you're not using the temples for the sacrifices. You want to sacrifice, you do it on your own. I want no part of
Hey,
it.
these aren't real deers for that temple, so who the hell cares if we use it for?
Well, I don't. Good luck. I'm out.
Fine. We'll get the villagers to build a sacrifice thing.
Right, and we can probably get them to build it quickly because they want to get these sacrifices starting so much.
Great.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah, that'll be done in 3 days. Right.
I mean, in the meantime, we'll just use a temple that's not for deers anyway, so.
They're all deers. So good luck with that too.
They're fake deers. We've already established this.
We did? Well,
Why don't you sacrifice yourself? How about that?
oh.
Why?
I don't-
I'm not
I
the
don't
one
want
that. Yeah, that's not my belief. That's their belief. Now you're trying to force your belief on me again.
Why don't we find out how they choose? Why don't we start with that?
Sure. Tread your way back to town.
Shouldn't we just look for the weakest one?
How are you going to choose that?
Well, I mean, that's a little mean. I mean, like weak how? Weak mentally, weak
Let them pick. They've been doing.
physically.
This is a system that's worked. This is a system that worked. The darkness was abated. People were sacrificed willingly. More people came to be sacrificed willingly. They had it all figured out. Why change it?
This is true.
Why don't we
Can't
just
argue
find
with
out
that.
how they choose?
Let's find out. Let's trudge back to town and ask them.
Great.
So should we call it there, or you want to keep going?
We could call it. I think we had a good
I'll-
run.
And then
I'll
walk
find out
back
how
to
they-
town.
What's that?
Call it as the transition. Walk back to town.
He's got to
Yeah.
find a new jungle to walk through.
He's looking right now.
Yeah, magic. You guys having an uneventful trip through the jungle.
That'll be
Psych.
Vaughn 3, that Jungle of Kyber.
Oh, sweet.
What's Zorian Cipher? That's a
Oh
small
my
jump.
goodness. Well, that's actually
nice.
once we go into the other world.
First, great story, Cal. Second, everyone, great job on the role play. That was awesome. Adriel stepping up. I love it.
Yeah, just wanted to kill everything again.
I know, it was awesome. I love embracing it. What's
I was
that?
impressed, very impressed with the role play, and yeah, that worked out better than I expected.
So did we only get one question?
2.
Yeah.
Oh, two. Yeah, the Minotaur one.
Yeah. I only need 17,000 more XP
Look
for.
at you.
Oh, hey, there's a Tempest Mine up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Let's go join that. Quick.
Did we? I thought we did it.
She didn't. She's going to get huge experience from it.
Oh, that's right.
Tempest Spine it is.
And then we can take 13.
Where's that at?
House J.
Sirius. I don't see Darvith or Cal.
Darvith is in.
You're gonna accept me.
Tylith is in.
Yeah, I'm
You said House D, right?
No, J.
House J.
You're gonna what?
I said I don't need it. I'm already capped as experience for the next level.
Yeah, so go ahead, level to. I don't know, DM. It's up to you if you want to level.
Yeah, you can do 13.
I should get 13 here too, so.
Oh yeah, even you doing it again, you should. It's still gonna be a good experience.
Yeah, this dude ain't letting me in.
What?
Uh-oh.
You smell funny.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 10.
I wonder,
So there's 2 empty spots. Send him a
I
tell.
need a healer.
Yeah,
We got you.
I mean,
Right.
it says that you're a cleric, Cal, but maybe he knows your
2,
ways.
3, 4.
Well, I'm a warlock. So.
Oh, that's right, you are a warlock. That's right, sorry.
Yeah, there's 2 empty spots. Send him a tell. Oh, here.
Let Cal Trathis in, he's really good.
There you go. I just typed it in the group chat.
And where's this? House J?
Yeah.
Jay. Now, we've all done it last week, I think.
Right.
So we won't get as much, but Tilith will get that first time bonus, or he'll catch
Cal,
her up to us.
Are you maxed?
I don't know. Let me see. No, not yet.
Hey, is that the leader? Goki boy.
Is there someone I have to speak to?
We're
is it
near
person-
him in House J. Come to us
Leader
in House
said
J.
to
He's
I'm
all in the
there.
back corner.
What?
Leader said he
Oh, the leader's right by me, so.
Sorry, I stood in.
Hit Jim or Cal. Apply again.
Yes.
Hit join again.
I did.
Denied.
Oh my god.
Because he said, yeah, he'll let you in.
Yeah, I requested it twice.
And he denied you twice?
Is he
I mean, I
denying
would.
or is
No,
he
he
just
didn't
sitting
respond.
there?
It's just it didn't. No, he didn't deny it. He just didn't respond.
I know he was trying to get over here and he just shared the quest. Request again.
Yeah, hit join again. Are you sure you're requesting the right one? You're doing Guo Kebi?
Yeah, that's the one you guys are in.
Yeah, he says
he's- He said the LFM is still on.
Yeah, I keep on hitting it.
weird.
Shit. He just was sent to. Someone sent me. I just damn it. All right, I'm in.
Okay.
What
Yeah,
happened?
blah, 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 blah. Never mind.
I wonder what he's doing it on. What are we doing it on? Did it say? Oh, I guess
Reaper?
Casual.
R1.
Casual.
All right, this will be huge for Talitha. Yeah, I think that was a lot of fun. I mean, we only did 2 quests, but 2 quests is what we're
That's our average.
normal nowadays.
I'm just in a pike.
Don't forget that we're still streaming too.
There's just in
People pike?
No, I meant for
my cursing.
your mouths.
Yeah, you're not talking to. There's only one person you have to worry about there.
There you go.
This
Full
should
party.
go fairly fast. So try to
CDCU,
keep
did
up.
you have a good time tonight?
Yeah, I did. I had fun. I'm sleepy tonight, so
Yeah,
I
me
wasn't
too.
really
Yeah, those short weeks kind of
clearly.
suck.
So that's why I'm getting ready to go to bed right now. So I will catch you all next week.
Cool.
Yeah, we all on next week?
I am not.
Ooh.
What?
I'm going to miss next week, and then I'm also going to miss the first week in October.
Talitha, where are you? Okay, there you are.
Talitha, everyone else on?
I
And,
should be.
There's an elemental that was not killed. I don't know how that happened.
We don't really kill elementals here.
Well, then that.
Just innocent people.
Talitha, I love the way you you took control tonight. That was awesome.
She waited right to the last minute.
I was like,
Hey, better late than never.
with a lightning bolt and then just slaughter him. Okay.
Sacrificing.
Sacrifice, sorry.
I don't know where I'm going in here, which I know there's only one way to go, but
There's only one way to go, but there's like 16 different ways to get there.
I don't think people are going to like that charm.
I got rid of it. It is so much fun.
What are you playing now, Cirrus?
Just a
What's
wizard.
Ooh, major
lag.
Laggies.
Luckily, nobody.
Just a wizard.
Do you like playing this one more than what you were playing before?
There's more to do. The archer is just like, yep, just keep shooting. I mean, you have a few different special attacks, but it's just keep shooting.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it's like, I have a pretty good offense. I have it built around my magic missiles. I do a lot of force damage, which is good. And then, the charm. I've never done charm before. Jim normally does charm, so it was a lot of fun seeing, just playing around with that. Oh wow, 2 Reapers.
Carnage, too.
So he's a lot of fun to play. My kill count isn't nearly as high as before, but I think we're surviving because I'm doing more of the crowd control, which helps us manage, how many people we fight at a time, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think our survivability is very good.
I think it's gotten better, even.
Despite my scores.
I mean, I think having a group of 6 helps. I think CDCU brings a lot to the table with his character. And once Talitha gets above a 13 AC, we'll be in pretty good shape.
And a 12 for her electricity.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, mine's at 277 for force.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
I don't know if you heard that, but he's got 277.
Yeah.
Who went fire?
I don't know. I'm in the middle. I can go to fire. What did you think of tonight, Phil?
I thought it was good. I agree with CMECU. The last half hour, I just got really tired, so I was trying to focus. I was struggling. So I would interject when I finally felt my character really felt strongly about something. Otherwise, I didn't say much.
Well, I love the fact that, now we'll really see, the growth of our characters and where we are with everything. And
I just
How- oh, it's okay.
That was weird.
Was that a prep for next week?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I really just fell into a pit of lava.
How much did we follow versus make you adjust your story?
Hold on, let me. I'm trying
Oh
to-
yeah, he's not even in the quest yet, or he's in the quest but not. Why are you killing things out there?
Because they're trying to kill me.
We just run.
All right, I'm gonna cast D-Door and try and find you.
Good luck.
I can't see where he's at yet.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. The map in this quest is not well built. Is that you? Okay, I see where you are. Stop moving.
You guys didn't veer off of the too much. The way that
Hey,
you.
wait. Cal, go north from where you're at.
All right, I gotta kill these two guys. The way that you role played it out was very different from what I expected. So you threw some loops from a role playing standpoint, but in terms of how you went about doing it, didn't veer too much. I did build some flexibility. Oh my god, I fell down the same hole.
Talitha, where are you?
I'm following Darvith and the leader of the group.
Oh, you
Is
are
he?
with the leader. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, wait, Cal, stop, come back. Cal, wrong way. I'm right here. I literally saw you go around the corner. Come down.
Yeah. All right.
This way.
I built in some flexibility in terms of like, do you guys talk to the old man of the mountain or not? Do you go to the Minotaur? So I kind of was playing a little bit flexible, but you guys didn't throw any the curveballs aside from the role play, which I thought was fantastic. So I was really happy with that.
I'm kind of enjoying. Obviously, I've played some big characters before, like with Roar, Shar, even Rex to a degree. But I like this one, who's like, he's got one mission. He's like, whenever he can get someone else to fight for him, that's his thing, and it's a fun lens to view everything with.
Yes.
Versus
that one wizard I had where his goal was never to pick up a weapon.
Right. That was your bard, I thought.
I don't remember which one, but I just know I was never to touch a weapon.
Ooh.
Yeah, I thought that was your bard when you were trying out bard for the first time, and we didn't go far with
I
it.
enjoyed it.
I like how everyone has different motivations, and that's playing into the role playing and playing into the decision making process, which is why you could sit down and role play for like an hour on, okay, what do we do next? Why are we doing this? So,
It's going to be huge now. I mean, I think now we're really coming into who our character is and what we stand for.
Well, and it's fun because it's like, I like it even more because it's not the we're not the good party, right? If you're the good party, it's like, oh, okay, we got to go save the world, but we're not. So it's like, you know what?
two bolts of gold.
I can be a little bit more morally ambiguous about some of these things if I want.
Where'd you guys die at? There's a.
I don't know if they did the shortcut
my
or if they did
raise?
the long way.
Darvith,
So I did not get your raise.
do you have? I can't see where you are.
I'm right here.
I'm gonna die.
I don't know where you're at.
Oh, you know what? Someone grab me. So don't even
Okay.
sweat it. Someone's taking me to the shrine. At least that's where I hope that's where they're taking me.
They just dump you into a lava pit.
Right?
That would be awesome.
It's about to be really awkward.
I'm going to pick up your stone, jump into lava, swim to the bottom.
That would be.
Drop it.
Talk about
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Well, that's as
Gotcha.
bad as
Thank you.
I did it with. Oh crap! Hold on.
Good.
Philandor was where I was raising people as undead.
Oh, you did that to me once.
Yeah, it's classic.
Like, it's dark. Why am I losing hit points?
All right, do we get lost in here now?
Oh,
All right, I'm going back.
flag.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, wrong time for lag.
Come forward. There might be traps down there. Come back up. And don't pull that lever.
Let Dummy McDummy pull it. Oh, Joe Billy Bob. I haven't played with him for a while.
I'm just interested to see what you do, because it's like, it seems like you're setting up potentially Ravenloft with the mist and everything else, and the way you describe it. And if we actually get to the point where we're like, yeah, let's Mitch, or whatever, not do it like. What do you do then? Like, okay, you just go. Oh, lag.
Yep.
Well, it's funny. So I should probably role play a little bit better. Like I said, I was tired, but JL is now conflicted because the rational part of doing the sacrifice makes sense, but he's so pissed off that the sacrifices were being done in Deer's name that he can't allow himself to allow the sacrifices. Like, it goes against, he's just so angry, even though they make sense rationally.
Well, like I said, I mean, this will be fun because this will be our first.
I think that's good conflict.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
And
You
this
guys
is-
don't get to see it because I didn't play it very well.
And this is going to be our first conflict as a group. Like, what do we do?
Well, main one.
Right.
We had some minor ones. Oh, my strength's too low,
Mine too.
which I should have known. Nobody?
Not me.
Whose kitty is this? Oh, it's just a companion.
Yeah, it's a companion. It's not like a real cat.
So, I don't know how long the upload will take because this will be a long video. But our DDO YouTube, it's Brock and Friends in DDO is the channel.
Nice.
We had a Brock and Friends channel.
Yeah, so the problem was when I went to go do it, so Chris set it up and then he sent me the information, but when I tried to log in, it wanted a phone verification, and it was his phone. So I'm like, I'm just making a new one. We didn't have anything tied to it anyway.
Yeah, Brock and Friends testing number 1.
Yep.
I just
that's the
subscribed
good one.
and liked it.
Yeah, I had to change the name because it wasn't popping up, and I had to change it so it was searchable.
Testing number 1. That's it.
Yep. Oh, you're still
Sure.
awake?
Yeah, I'm still here. Oh,
What did you think?
You're still awake?
Did you have fun, CMCU?
Yeah, I had fun. Like I said, I'm just tired tonight. I've been busy with schoolwork and helping.
Yeah, how's your classes going?
Yeah, I hate it. I had to drop one of them. I had 5 classes, 18 credit hours. I dropped my calculus class. It was just eating up too much of my time. So
It's a lot of monotonous homework.
Yeah, but I mean, even my other 4 classes, 3 of them I have to write academic papers in. Part of being an upper level class. I hate writing academic papers because you got to research and sound like you know what you're talking about. So, and I don't half the time.
See, role playing will help with that.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was healing. You all know who Voodoo is, right?
Yeah.
On the server.
Yep.
So I was healing him the other day, and I was in my Zoom class with my professor in college, and I'm a cleric. I do no DPS, and they were talking about doing something to help kill the boss. I said, well, I can yell at the boss. I went to go type that, and here I typed it in Zoom chat.
Nice.
The professor of my class.
You typed in there.
Classic.
Oh my God, what they say?
The professor stopped for a second, I guess maybe just to read it and be like, the hell's he talking about?
That's the
At least
text.
with no context, that's completely plausible. Like, you could be talking about that at work,
Now, I think you said like our next lives. I guess when when we get, what do you do when you get to 20? You just do a TR and then you start like a new role play.
Yeah, usually it's 20 and we start a new story, a new DM.
I think I'll be able to get. I mean, I'm starting to get back into it, and from playing the Dungeon Dragon a long time ago, and the role playing, it's trying to get back into it. But I think starting at level 1 fresh with everything, I should be able to really get into it a lot more.
I mean,
I don't really
just
contribute a lot right now.
Just have fun with it. Everyone's here to have fun. So,
I mean, and you need to realize too. I mean, you caught our show later after we've been doing it now for a few years. I mean, we would role play before, but every week we'd come up with a new story. So we really weren't building up these backgrounds of our characters and really living a character all the way through levels 1 through 20. Some people reincarnate their character so much that they have to create a new character midway through the campaign because they get bored with their other character. So
it happens occasionally.
So this is. I mean, we've gotten a lot better with it just through time. But
yeah,
I mean, a lot of our older shows were real stagnant with our role play and stuff, just because it's different coming from that tabletop background because you're not able to see people's facial expressions as you're telling them something and stuff like that. So it's
our role play has definitely improved though. Like it's with the more we've done it, the better it's gotten.
Yeah, and CBCU, I feel like you spoke more today too.
I felt like I was sleeping more.
But
Carrick was.
I do think I'll do this life and our next life with Cirrus, and then I think I'll switch to Jason. And with Jason, I'm going to try doing one story that it's his story that continues through reincarnation. It's him evolving constantly as a character is my plan. We'll see if it works.
Now, from like a role-playing point of view with my character, I mean, he really has no interest in what any of you guys are doing because he is here for he ended up in the harbor for a specific reason. He's trying to find this guy, to give this blood to for sacrificing that dragonborn. But at the same time, my character give up like basically kind of because he was, like I said, from an honorable race, and he did such a vile thing that he feels kind of heartless and cold inside. So he's just kind of going along with whatever. He doesn't. It's kind of just empty, like a zombie, mindless person walking around. Oh, here's a group of people, that are just hanging around. Let me hang around with them, for a while and see what happens.
Yeah, the fun thing is you can keep doing that, or you can change it, or you don't have to do anything. Like it's if he wants to develop motivation, great. If he wants to keep going with it, go in the flow, he can do that too. Like
someone
whatever. Huh?
Someone went through the door.
Oh, well, let's go.
The room gate. I jumped through a room gate, but I'm like nowhere useful. It looks like. There's no one by me.
That's usually a good sign.
There's dots on the map saying you're by me, but no one's by me. Just like high school.
I was following someone, and now I don't know where he is.
You don't see the last guy. So you might as well just put on your voice if you have it.
Oh, you guys are going to kill him?
It's getting closer.
Well, someone's got to drop the things in now.
Yep. Now they got it.
Aces are up.
He's still got his defenses, so someone's got to put the stuff in.
Yeah. I don't know who that is. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Ooh.
Keeps popping back up. How is that?
It's because something must be missing. We should have way more DPS than that.
You talking to me?
Are you talking to me?
Where's our DPS?
Oh, there you go.
Who is he
Oh, there you
talking?
go.
Hey, I got level 13.
So I hope you did.
Yeah.
I mean, I still got 47,000 for that.
Me too.
And 400 Reaper.
What does he mean, Pike, then?
If you can't do any damage, just stand there and do nothing. Pike.
So did you get it? I'm assuming you did. We got
Tyler, did you get 13?
levels?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all got it.
Okay.
Finish out then?
Yeah. I mean, there's two
Yeah, we're
tracks.
not
If you're at the
gonna be able to
end.
I don't know how to get to the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, without someone coming back, it's not easy.
I gotta let my dogs out.
Let the dogs out.
And move things.
I am going to go level to 13.
I am too.
Two.
So, wait, since we're all here, we were debating this last time. Next life. Straight up, Reaper as hard as we can do, or Reaper as hard as we can do while roleplay? And do we start at level 1, or do we do an iconic and start at level 15? Because if you really want to earn Reaper experience, you start at 15.
I don't know if I like the idea of Reaper into Epic.
But that's how you really earn it. I don't want that.
It don't matter to me either way.
I don't know. I kind of want to role play, but I also don't want to role play in a point where it's not going to be survivable. We're going to just hate it.
So you're saying like next life you just want to try to you just want to farm Reaper XP?
Yep. I mean, that's what we talked about is just let's focus on getting as much Reaper, because if we do that, then the next time we do roleplay life, we'll have more Reaper points, so
Right.
we'll be better off.
Well, I still think it's possible to role play Reaper. I see what you're saying, but if we're going as Reaper hunters, then we don't have to get too detailed with the storylines.
Just going off of what you were saying, Phil, about it's harder to roleplay and do Reaper at the same time.
Correct. No, I agree. So we don't need to get too deep, though. We could still, like, we could do it where it's kill count. We could add something to the roleplay that's, we don't have to get too detailed where we're taking away. Like, technically, it should be quest driven. Right now, this life, it's been story driven.
What are we talking about?
Next life, if we do roleplay Reaper or just straight up Reaper.
I wonder how high Reaper you think you'd be able to do. I guess we'll find out as we go in. Just start at 1 and work our way up, 2, 3, 4. And once you go over 4, you start getting the Vengeance Reapers.
Right. I think it will depend on old quests versus new quests.
I mean, you're going to get your best Reaper experience first. What's that called? Your first time through it with the level 30 up quests.
That's why, like, at one point we're talking about, that's why we said, all right, let's look at doing just start start at Iconic and go up to 30 because you earn a lot more Reaper on those. It's definitely harder, but you definitely earn more.
Tomorrow I begin my Halloween decorating.
For yourself?
Yeah.
All right. I don't even want to pick out spells. All right. Anything else for me? 'Cause I'm going to log.
No. Good game, everyone.
Good game.
Yes, good game, everyone.
Yep.
I'm gonna
So are we playing
stream.
next week?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching, and have a good weekend.
Good night, everyone.
All right. Take care.